Out here they real nice.
Jamendo.com.
Niggas in Boston, Celtics at MFG, 8 o'clock, we get it poppin'. KJ and Devon, you know the different talk. We all over the place. Hey. One more time, so.
You know what I mean? Right. Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here. I'm feeling real.
Got my man Bob.
Yo, salute. Knicks Real Talk. Little technical difficulties right there. We get back into that later on, man. But salute to everybody, man. I hope everybody's doing well. Knicks Real Talk. We in the building, man. Sorry about that technical difficulty there to start the show. But we here, man. We're going to get into it, break it down. Knicks and Milwaukee Bucks. You know, the post-game recap. We're going to break all that down tonight, man. Knicks was at MSG against the Bucks tonight, man. Didn't go our way tonight, so we got to try to rebound and bounce back. We're going to get into all that, man. But I salute to everybody. First of all, hope everybody doing well. Had a great day today. You got to enjoy the game tonight, man. And obviously, we came down on the wrong side of the game, on the L side. But, you know, we're going to get into it, man. But we're going to talk about everything that went on with the game today, man. Good game, you know, at the end of the game. Knicks let it get away from them tonight, man. So we take the L. Knicks lose 112, 100. So we got to try to, you know, sit down, break all this stuff down, man, and see what happened, what went wrong. But we just got to really, you know, try to get this thing right, man. Salute to my man, Shaw Powers. Will, salute to you, my brother. Thank y'all for coming in tonight. But yeah, let's get into that, man. We're gonna break that down, man, and get into this loss. Pretty difficult one tonight, man. And at first unit didn't have too much energy going tonight, man. So obviously Milwaukee took advantage of that. They competed in the first quarter, but then they just let them run amok, man. So I was disappointed that the way it came out. Yeah, absolutely, Shop Howard. I'm gonna run that again, man. You already know, man. That's real talk there. That's a little the intro to the show, but I just had a little difficulties. I'll run it back for you guys later. But yeah, that was you, my brother. You know how we do. Yeah, man. Yeah, but the Knicks really, man. What can I say on the defensive end again? You know, we came out short again on the defensive end tonight. And like I said, you know what? We letting cats come in there and break in the garden, man. They coming and breaking in the garden, no defense. They taking everything, man. Taking them W's coming out of the garden, going back to their home base. Milwaukee did it tonight. You know, Pat Connaughton was all over the place with the threes tonight, man. He was knocking them down because every time we made a major run, you know, and that the third or fourth quarter, Pat Connaughton found a way to break the momentum. So you just got to give him flowers tonight, man. Salute Streets of Buzzer, man. Absolutely, my brother. I got you. But yeah, we gotta just bounce back off that, man. That was a tough one, man. That second unit played hard tonight. We gotta talk about that. Tibbs let the second unit play tonight. You know, and they came, brought us back. Like I said, tough loss. You know, second unit, this was a great effort by them guys, man. Derrick Rose locked them down for 3-point all over the place. Quickly had a great game. Obi had the energy. It was fun to see, man. The defense, that second unit defense was the best thing about tonight, and they 3-point shooting and the way they fought and grind and boy MSG to probably one of the louder plays you're going to hear tonight. What a brilliant effort, man. They just couldn't close the deal. But I'm happy what I've seen with Tibbs letting them stay in there though, and that's real talk, man. I'm glad he stuck to that. And kept them boys in there, man, because the first unit wasn't doing nothing on defense. Then Tibbs like, ain't need for you cats to play. You know what I mean? If you ain't gonna go out there and defend the home court, then y'all sit on the bench and watch some other guys do it. So you know, that's what happened tonight. Down at the World Most Famous Arena tonight, man. We took that L, and you know, and he let the second unit come in there and they brought us back, man. They brought us back. What an effort! Like I said, they brought us back. Got us 89-89. But like I said, too much Pat Connaughton. Hitting the timely threes, man, to kind of just, you know, every time we had that momentum, he kind of broke it with them. Then after that, we just couldn't rebound, and then we lost by 12. But what a brilliant effort though by the second unit, man. I'm so happy that happened, man, because that to me that was a lesson learned for our first unit. Tibbs kept them on the bench. That's a learning lesson for them. Yeah, you might be my main horse, but if you ain't playing, you ain't doing your thing, then you know what? You're going to have to sit on the bench and let these young boys get it. And I was so happy to see that Todd Gibson played a hell of a game, trying to hold Giannis down. They did a good job on Giannis for pretty much the whole night, man. And Mitch and all of them. And but our defense in that second and third quarter, man, we got to talk about that, you know, because that's a little concerning for me. You know how much I pride myself as a Nick optimist, but I'm concerned about that first unit defense. So you know that's just not. We were #1 in the league in 3-point defense last year, and tonight we just giving up threes again, just like we did to Ricky Rubio. Same thing, knocking down trades all over the place. You know, I definitely wasn't happy with that, man. Salute to the chat, Bean, salute, my brother. I throw y'all the panel, and pretty soon when y'all come on up here if y'all choose to. Let me get through the segments and we'll break that down. I'll get the panel in here. We could talk. But yeah, man, that was real disappointing, man. Man, you know what I mean? From the standpoint of our defense just not coming up big for us, man, and that starting unit when we need them to. And you know, we got that is kind of concerning for me as a guy who know that the Knicks pride themselves on defense. We got to try to find a way to fix that and fix that immediately because we losing games in the Garden, and our defense is not coming up to the forefront. And that's real talk, man. And they scrap, but that perimeter D, like you said, Will, that thing is something, man. I don't know what's going on with that, but we got to fix that. But what I was happy to see tonight was Emmanuel quickly and Obi Toppin and them guys, man. That second unit for sure, man. You got to give them their flowers tonight, Knicks fans. We have to get that second unit their flowers. They came in there and they scrapped, man. Them cats was getting at it, and you know, and I was happy to see that tonight. Them cats was really doing their thing, man. Quickly looked like he's getting back into his groove. What a phenomenal name, Obi Toppin. Like I said, you see what I mean when we got to find him more minutes. Now you see why. His impact on the game, you know what I mean? The way he scored a ball from all angles, his drive, his hustle, the athleticism. Obi Toppin had a great game tonight too. And so we know we got to hopefully that this is a learning lesson for that whole team, especially for our starting unit. You know, you got to come out there and play with energy, period. You got to come play with energy. And our first unit got to find a way to do that, man. I mean, that's real talk. They got to find a way to come out there with energy, urgency, and get it popping from the door. If they don't do that, man, we're gonna have nights like that. Because them cats was playing Milwaukee on a back-to-back. You know what I mean? And they had more energy than us in the first quarter and the second quarter. You know that's unacceptable right there. You know what I mean? You know it was just amazing. It was really amazing, man. That second unit was phenomenal. Salute Side Power, 100% agree with you, man. They just ran out of gas, but what an effort. I can't even be mad at that, man. If anything out of the pros and cons of the night, we had some cons there, but we had some pros too, and them pros to me was that second unit. I'm giving them their flowers tonight. Everybody else is in starting unit tonight. They can kick rocks. You know, that's disappointing that the way they're coming out with playing defense in New York, man. We got to fix that. You know, I don't know if it's a personnel issue. I don't know if it's a effort issue. I know effort is part of it, but you know, we got to get this thing right, man. You know, but we're gonna keep it moving, though, man. It's 7-5, and you know we're gonna take that for what it is. And we just got to try to bounce back, man. And we going down to Charlotte Friday. I'll be in the building down there Friday, man. So hopefully, they coming down here to Carolina. We can get in there and try to get this W in Charlotte, man. But I thought if we would have won this game tonight, we had a chance to do a really, really good thing with these next 5 games. Now, you know, and if you didn't see the video, me and CT, the Streets of Buzz and Drop, the real buzz, we talked about that. We could have won that game tonight. Maybe we went down to Charlotte. The next 3 is at home. They winnable game. We could have almost went like 5-0, but obviously it didn't happen tonight because, you know, our defense and our first unit wasn't hitting and they wasn't giving no energy. You know, Kemba had an off night shooting. RJ didn't do too much. Randall didn't, you know, he did what he started to do, but you know, it didn't really mean too much because they were down the whole game, 11 points, you know, 15 points, and I think escalated all the way to 24. Escalated to 24, and that's unacceptable. And at home, you know what I mean? You know, like you said, Will, Janaz 15 points and no Middleton. We can't let these role players destroy us like from 3. Absolutely facts. Pat Connaughton, you know, he just went amok, man. We gotta get somebody in there to slow that down, man. So we gotta hopefully rectify that problem going forward, and then it is what it is. But that was definitely other than that, man. That second unit, man. Like I said, man. Big up to them, man. Derrick Rose knocking down trades under pressure, coming down off the break, pushing the ball, pulling up at the 3 line, knocking them down quickly in this bag, doing this thing, man. I'm loving to see what I'm seeing out of quickly, man. It ain't like I said, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. So I hope he continue that, man. And what can I say about Obi Toppin? You know, we got to make sure that young man get his minutes. You know, he needs his minutes. So that was proven tonight. That, but we got to correct that defense. So other than that, man, then with the cons to the game, the pros, like I said, with just the second unit, man, they was doing it. Todd gave us what he can give us. Obi gave us what he can give us. Berg knocked down some timely shots. The defense brought us back in the game. The 3-ball was clicking. They brought us back in the game. So that was so great to see. Hopefully we can build off that thing, man, and get that thing popping. Because we got a good team down there, man. But I'm just concerned about that defense for sure. So I'm going to break down some some box scores and things of that nature, and we'll get into that, man, and see what the box scores was for the squads and what they did and all that good stuff. And then we'll take it from there. For us team-wise, let me get that in there. For us team-wise, man, we shot 43% from the field goal percentage, 36 for 83, 43%. 3-point percentage, we was at 43. We did good there. Thanks to Derrick Rose and quickly knocking them down. Randall has some nice ones. So we did pretty good in that category. We shot 43%. Free throws, 12 of 17, 70% unacceptable. We hurting ourselves there. Total rebounds, we got demolished on the boards. 50 to 38. We had 38 total rebounds, 7 offensive, 19 assists, 10 blocks. 10 blocks, that was phenomenal. Steals 9, turnovers 10, which is good. We got that down from under our average, which is 14, 13, 14. So that was good. Points in the paint, we did well there compared to what they did. And we had 17 fouls. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, they shot 44%, not too greater than ours, but they shot 52% from 3. That's the killer right there. 52%, 26 of 50. Pat Connaughton, Grayson Allen. Them cats was knocking them down, man. So Bobby Portis was getting them. So you know what? We got to fix that on that around that 3-point line, man. We got to find a way to knock that thing back down to respectable average, because we was number 1 in the association last year with that. But to keep going, they shot 6 for 9 for the free throws, 66%. That's terrible. Total rebound 50, 13 offensive rebounds. They beat us by 12 on the boards. They had 29 assists. They 10 assists ahead. That's pretty much the game right there. The 12 more rebounds, the 10 more assists. They have 4 blocks. We dominated in the block shot category and steals category. They had more turnovers than us. And points in the paint, we beat them by 10. And they had 17 fouls to ours. So that's telling me, guys, that we came to play, but we didn't play hard enough. And we just didn't bring that effort all the way through. So we definitely got to find a way to fix that thing, man. And I know we will. It's just a matter of time. But time is concerning to me with the way our first unit is responding out there on the home court in MSG, in front of your fans, a place where you can't get too comfortable, but you should go in there, and the energy alone from the guard should keep you up. Them fans is about to boo our boys, man, and we don't like that. I felt the intensity in them people's voice, like they're about to throw some boos out there. So we got to get this thing together, man, and quick, fast, and hurry. We can't like CT say. Giddy said, I'm happy the bench showed grit, but the 3-point defense, rebound, and the pass were bad. They were, man, real talk. And the streets of Butler, can't leave shooters, man. I take 2 points, absolutely, man. We got to find a way to rectify that problem in New York. If not, it's gonna be a long season, and a lot of what we predicted and what a lot of things that we was banking on that would go right. We don't want it to go the other way. No need to panic at 7-5. And it's early, but we had a chance to really go on a good run these next 5 games. So I wish we would have did that thing and got it popping there, man. And maybe we could have bounced back. But other than that, that was, from the box score, that's what it was, 112, 100. Player, as far as player stats and what came down with that from the Knicks perspective, Mitchell Robinson had 23 minutes, 6 rebounds, 3 points, had couple of 3 blocks, I think it was. Julius Randle 27 minutes, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 16 points. R.J. Barrett 21 minutes, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 9 points. Fournier 19 minutes, no rebounds, 2 assists, 2 points. Kemba Walker 18 minutes, no assists, no rebounds, 2 assists, 2 points. That was it right there, guys. That's right where it all happened. That right there. I started 5. I made the numbers a little more or less, I would say, below average because we took them out and Tibbs kept the second unit, and obviously they couldn't play no more minutes than they played. But their energy and their effort on defense was not good tonight. You know what I mean? But let's look at the second unit. Derrick Rose, 30 minutes, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 22 points, knocking down threes like crazy. Alex Burks, 29 minutes, 1 rebound, 14 points. Emmanuel Quickly, 27 minutes, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 18 points. Shout out to Emmanuel Quickly for getting back in this groove. Todd Gibson, 25 minutes, 9 rebounds, no points, no assists, but 9 rebounds. That was good. Obi Toppin, 21 minutes, guys, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 14 points. The energy, man, that's in 21 minutes. And that was impressive right there. And everybody else didn't get in, obviously. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, real quick, Bobby Porter, 17 points in 24 minutes, 5 rebounds. Giannis only 15 points. Mitchell Robinson did a good job on that young man at the beginning of the game. For as Giannis, anyway, he only had like 3 points coming out with halftime or something of that nature. But I think Mitchell's length was playing a good job on him, and the way they was also coming out and double team. So he only had 15 points. He had 15 rebounds, still a double, 38 minutes, 8 assists. So overall, he still, it wasn't a high scoring game, but he had 8 assists and 15 rebounds. So he did well on the other side of the ball, as far as rebounding assists when he didn't have a lot of points. George Hill knocked down some good threes. He had 8.5 rebounds, 5 assists in 33 minutes. Drew Holiday, 18 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds in 30 minutes. Grayson Allen, 15 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds in 28 minutes. Here's the killer right here. Pat Connaughton, 23 points, 5 assists, 9 rebounds in 31 minutes. He was going Ricky Rubio on us almost tonight, except we ain't scored that many points. But Ojale, 29 minutes, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 9 points. Norwood had 18 minutes, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 points. And that was about it. Ronnie Hood had 3 points on 6 minutes. So overall, man, like I said, God, our defense got to get it together, man. We really do. We got to get this thing together down in New York and figure this thing out. And I mean, figure it out quickly because we don't want this thing. We're gonna be going to the heart of the schedule, man, and the teeth of the schedule coming up in about a week or two. So we got to get ready to play some real tough guys down there. We want to make sure we ready, man. And we just got to keep grinding, yo. So we're gonna take the L tonight. We're gonna take it for what it is. Good gutsy comeback by the second unit. That showed me the grit, to grind. That was gritty what they did in the second unit. The first unit, not so much, but that was gritty what they did tonight. Them cats scrapped and fought. And just they ran out of win, like Shaw Power said earlier in one of the chats. He sent, they just came up a little short, man. But we got to figure this thing out. Real talk, man, before it get too late, because now here's my concern for me, guys. Just a concern, not saying it's gonna last forever. I'm concerned with the defense, but also now you look at Kemba Walker, and we got to kind of play him maybe sporadically going through the season because he is dealing with that knee. But on top of the knee and the defense, I'm a little concerned there. Evan Fournier, he got to pick it up, man. Real talk, man. We get that man $19 million. He got to start getting it popping. I think he will, just like Quickly did. It takes time. I get it. But them guys got to come around. But first and foremost, on that defense, man, we got to figure that thing out quickly in New York, and we will. So and it was a good game in that last quarter. What an entertaining game that last quarter, man. And I'm happy to see that Tibbs left some guys in there, let them close the game. That was not only that was a learning lesson for them, but it was a learning lesson for our first unit as well. I'm glad he sent that signal to them guys. I think that was so important for Tibbs to send that signal to them guys, like, if y'all ain't gonna come out here playing, then you ain't getting in. You know what I mean? And them guys was on the run. They was making progress, and I'm glad he stuck to his gun. So that was a growing moment for Tibbs as well. You know what I mean? That he left them guys in there to let them compete and battle because they earned it. That first unit got us down 24. Them cats earned the right to play and stay in that game and try to close that thing out and almost bring out a victory. Salute out and leave, my brother. Salute to you as well. But it was gutsy. It was scrappy. Derrick Rose led the way in the second unit. Quickly starting to get into his rhythm, man. I like to see that, man. Like I said, I can't say enough about Obi Toppin this year. I think Obi Toppin is doing a phenomenal job in his second year, starting to get his legs up. They got to find that man some more minutes. But we might have to do some, if we keep going this route, we might have to do some switch around. That's why I said I don't have no problem you know, switching it up. That's me personally, guy. Just say if we need Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker to get it popping. So, you know, we still got time. They just new here, and I'm not making no excuses for them. I'm not trying to, because I'm not going to be that dude. But from what I've seen so far, they got to get it together. That's all I really could say on that. They got to get this thing together, man, because we need them guys. We need them to make this thing go. And Julius Randle and RJ, you know, they got to come out with more energy than that. They supposed to be the leaders of this team. They was here last year. They understand how we get down on defense. Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett got to hold themselves accountable. To me, they really the captains and the co-captains on that team. To me, I'm just talking about for as the two players that we depend on. But now it looks like Derrick Rose might be moving into that spot, you know, because he seems like he's the one that's trying to showing the veteran leadership out there, man. And our guys in that starting unit got to get it together quickly. So no pun intended. So salute to Jarvis, salute to you, my brother. Thanks for coming in. And but we got to make some progress on this thing, man. Real talk, man, because like I said, it's kind of tough to see what we're seeing right now on the defense end, and that's what we hang our hat on is that. So we got to see how it goes. It's now obvious that we're losing Kemba and Fournier. I mean, I you know what? I don't know what's going to happen, but right now, you know, a big task. While they're here, they need to find themselves on that court. I know that much. You know, them cats. You know, we got to bounce back. So I know it's disappointing that we lost the game, but like I said, I'm happy about the way we fought and scrapped in that second unit. That showed me a lot, man. It really did. That we still had the competitive fire in us to get back in games, to stay competitive, to keep competing. We do still have that. So I'm really happy about that, man. And that we stayed in there and scrapped and grinded it out and try to get back in this game. We got to 89-89. But obviously we couldn't get over the hump for some reason, man. So, you know, we live with it. We were going to live with the results tonight, man. But that would have been nice to get that win tonight, fellas, because that could have bode well. We could have moved to 8-4 in the division. And knowing that the way that the East is playing out right now, a lot of teams competing against each other, you know, and they taking L's, and we could moved up and helped ourselves in that sense. So, you know, that would have been a nice game to get tonight. And Milwaukee coming up a back-to-back in Philly. You know, and them guys played in Philadelphia last night. Granted, they didn't have to travel far, but still they played though. So you know, we just got to get it together in that first unit and figure that thing out real quickly, man. And if you look around the Associated, we had some key games tonight. The Nuggets playing the Pacers, they beat the Pacers. The Lakers beating the Heat. The Hornets beating the Grizzlies. Obviously they won that game. So you know that then were games that we could have picked up some in the standings, a couple of games, man, but we didn't get it done. So, you know, we're going to have to live with that one, you know, but we got to bounce back, get ready for Friday in Charlotte, and try to win this thing. I mean, God, I told y'all the wrong schedule. The schedule I wanted to tell y'all, my bad, but the Wizards beat the Cavaliers tonight. You know what I mean? That would have boded well for us. I had the wrong and apologize. The Celtics beat the Raptors. That would have boded well for us. The Bulls won against the Mavericks, you know, so that wouldn't really did nothing for us. No significant. The Magic lost to the Nets, so that wouldn't really been. But the Pacers could lose their game, and he could lose to the Lakers. You know what I mean, that would have boded well for us. So we missed a golden opportunity to get a W and move up in the standings, and to be 4 games over 500. But now we 2 games over 500. So we got to find a way to get it popping in New York, man. Real talk, man. And I know you guys as fans, like me. We got to get this problem together, man. You know, like I always said, you know, the defense is we shot 43% from the 3-point line and still lost tonight. You know what I mean? For real. And you know, so you know, it's kind of interesting what we got, what's going on down there. But hopefully Tibbs figured it out. He makes some adjustments. He might have to take some players. He might have to shift it up. I really believe he might. I said it on the last stream. I don't have a problem with Obi Toppin coming and taking Fournier spot at the 3 and put Fournier on the bench for now, because I just think that his energy will feed to that first unit. We need energy up in there, man. So I don't care if we got to go big with Obi Toppin at the 3, you know, and let Fournier come off the bench. I'm good with that, you know what I mean? Because it might be better for him to say that he earned a right to be in it. Right now, he's not playing like he deserved to be a starting forward for us right now. He's not, you know, and let's be real. So he got to find a way to either get his thing going. I think Tibbs shake it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Just shake it up a little bit, man. You know, you might have to do that to get this thing going because maybe we might be defense in the first unit don't have enough defense there. You know what I mean? We might need to make a switch to something like that. So, you know, we need more motion, driving offense, multiple passes are emphasized. Absolutely, I agree with you on that, Elton Lee. Guys like Fournier and Burks become secondary playmakers and stay on the floor offensively. In fact, you know what I mean? But you know, so we got to figure this thing out one way or the other, man. But I do think we might need to do that. We have no energy in that second unit, that first unit, excuse me. The energy, Kimbo energy is not there. Fournier energy is not there. RJ plays with his energy when he can. Randall, you know, these guys. So I think he might have to do something there, man. You know what I mean? And let's hopefully that whatever we do, we get it back on a good note, man. We get it popping. And then we get back to our winning ways. But right now, we take L's. And I think because of our defense, well, the thing is for me, when your defense is not holding other teams down, you're putting pressure on your offense to make them have to make shots. You know what I mean? Because your defense is playing so bad, you forcing your offense to play under pressure. And you know, pressure busts pipes. Y'all already know. You know what I mean? And if you keep putting these guys in a pressure situation like that, that's what's going to happen because the defense – it's not holding it down. We got to lock these. We got to start putting in the garden, God, and MSG. We let people come up at MSG and win games up in there, and all because we not coming with that strong effort. You know what I mean? So we got to get that thing fixed fast, and hopefully we will. That we can move on to some better games and some better days for the New York Knicks. But right now, tough, grind it out. Second unit game. I'm giving all this. I'm giving all the flowers to the second unit tonight. That's all we can do as Knicks fans tonight. We got to get it. We got to get a prop to the second unit. You know what I mean? On the first unit, they just not doing it right now. So it is what it is, man. It's just one of them things, man. And like I said, in 4 minutes, I open up the panel, let y'all guys get in here, and we can kick it if y'all choose to, man. But this is something we got to work on. And then we get to roll into the next game. We know the next game we got coming, like I said, Friday. High scoring offense, like LaMelo Ball and them down here in Charlotte. Terry Rozier is back. And all them guys is back, so they're gonna be ready to roll Friday. And so y'all watch for the Real Buzz video for that, man, the pregame, and we drop that. And y'all listen to the pregame and the recap of this and the pregame on video on the Real Buzz. Y'all look for that. But yeah, we got to get it popping, man. One way or other, guys. Because this is concerning. We should be playing way better basketball than we playing right now. And I know it takes time to gel, but you're gonna run out of that excuse sooner or later. The jail time going to be over in about 2 or 3, 4 games. After that, if you continue doing it, we can't say that we need time to jail. You jailed already, so what's up? So we got to figure that out. Tibbs need to sit down and with the team, with the coaches, and figure that thing out. Whether it's by lineup changing or doing something. You can go over all the film you want to. Going over film and prep don't mean got nothing to do with effort. You know what I mean? On the defense. So, they got to figure that out. And D-Rod said, we are too predictable with Randall. Yeah. I can see that as well. D-Rod's, Randall was starting to do a little, he had that going against Giannis thing tonight. I didn't like that. He was scoring, but I didn't like he started ISOing. And when you got a team with a bunch of shooters like we got, you got to be in rhythm with that thing, man. So when Julius Randle, and I'm not even trying to throw the blame at Julius Randle like that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that in a negative way, but I'm saying not to be belittle Julius Randle because I'm not doing that. But I'm saying he got to get out of the habit sometime of just trying to, just go one-on-one a little bit too much. Maybe, I know you're going up against Giannis. You want to go in mano a mano, on a big stage, Madison Square Garden. You're going up against the MVP. I get all that. But still, basketball is a team sport. You know what I mean? And and you got to get these guys involved, man. And like I said, it ain't his fault we did that, but we got to call it for what it is. You know what I mean? Kemba wasn't on tonight. He missed some wide open joints tonight, bro. He was missing jump shots wide open. He was off tonight. You know what I mean? So then you don't score and your defense ain't playing well. That's what's gonna make it like it was tonight. You know what I mean? Damn, 24 points, down 24 in the Garden, in Madison Square Garden, down 24. Come on, man. That's not who we are. You know what I mean? So we got to fix that. And like CT said, we need a floor general. You know, and you know what? And it's amazing because, you know, we look at Derrick Rose, what he's doing tonight. You know what I mean? Look how this cat was playing tonight. Wow, you know, we need that energy like that second unit in that first unit. You might got to change it up a little bit. Where's the energy, man? That's my whole concern is the energy. You know, them cats, the same thing the second unit doing the first unit could do. They all talented. You got to put that effort in there, though. You know what I mean? And you're right, Sao Paulo, he has been off the last couple of games. You know, not only that, you know, you understand he was coming off the day of rest, you know, but he got to keep shooting. He got to keep playing, you know, and, you know, and hopefully he come out his funk. But we need them boys to step up now, you know, because we should be in a better situation than we're in right now. We could, you know, we could easily be, like I know a lot of people say we could easily be this, but at the same time, we also could have a better record than we have if we played our defense the way we're supposed to play and stop people. They got back in that game tonight because the second unit started playing defense. They started stopping people. And then they made Tommy hoops. You know what I mean? He did, D-Roz. I think that was one of the best moves I've seen Team Tibbs do pretty much since he's been there. What he did tonight was well deserved. He did the right thing. Send a message to them starters. Y'all might be the starter five, but you know you got to send a message, man, and real talk. And I know that's the type of guy he is. Send a message to because you know it's like it's just unacceptable to me that them cats is in Madison Square Garden. Y'all getting dropped 30 on y'all. Ricky Rubio 37, 39, whatever. Pat Connaughton dropping trades all over the place. You know what I mean? Cole Anthony coming there running the muck up in the garden. Him and Terrence Ross and them. Come on, man. Yeah, you know, the first game of the season, Jaylen Brown, 46. We gotta, you know, like I said, if something don't change, you know, and they know what happens then they start talking in the front office. You know, so that's how you got to look at it. If once it leave the court, then it leave Tibbs. Then it start rolling downhill. But now it's going up to the office. Now they're gonna be like, okay, these cats ain't getting it done for it. You got to be careful. You know what I mean? Because you know, Tibbs might be like, listen, this ain't the guys I thought they were. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that's not the case. Now I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping the Knicks turn this thing around and we go on a run, which I know we're capable of, but we won't do it without that defense. So I'm giving the whole second unit A plus tonight. I'm definitely giving that first unit a C minus. A plus for the second unit, C minus for the first unit because they wasn't doing anything tonight, man. So we had to take that L. But here go the link. Anybody want to get in? They got on a panel. They got something they want to get off their chest about the game. Keep it cordial and let's get it popping. Let's just talk, man. Real talk, man. And that go to the link when everybody want to get in. Y'all come on in, man. We just be cordial and let everybody get their turn. Let's get it popping. You know, that's what it is. But right now, we lost, man. 112, 100. Down 24 points. Let the game get away from us. Then we had to fight and scrap and claw to get back into the game. And our second unit did a phenomenal job of that. But like Shaw said, when they got to 89, they ran out of energy and they couldn't contain Pat Covington. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it was, man. So listen, let me get a plug in right quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna bring a panel member in the building. We get it popping, man. So y'all hold that thought. I'll be right back. Just give me 30 seconds. Salute. I'm back, man. Salute, man. I'm back, man. Let's get the second half of the show going, man. I'm going to bring in my man, one and only B&B Butter Bean. Beans is in the building. Baked beans. What it do, my brother? Salute.
What's going on, brother Devon?
I'm good, man. How you tonight, man?
Knicks real talk, man. Get them likes up, man. We in here.
Salute. Yo, man, that was crazy, bro. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, I'm giving you the floor. Yeah, to get it off your chest. It's all good, bro. Talk to me.
Yeah, listen, man. All right, listen, man. This is how I feel, man. I ain't gonna front, Devon. If it wasn't for that second unit, it was gonna get real dark, bro.
Facts.
Like, I don't know what the first unit is doing out there, man. But it done came to a point now where I feel like if Kimba and Fournier continue to start, we might not even win 40 games, bro. Word. I'm not even gonna hold you up. If they continue to start, we are not gonna win 40 games, bro. And I feel like, I don't want to overreact, but I feel bamboozled. I feel like we were sold something on Kimba that's really not there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If it was that second unit going all out the way they did, leaving it on the floor like that, too many wide open 3-pointers. Too many. Like, I understand Tibbs don't like to give up layups, but we don't like to give up threes. So you need to switch something. We got to run people off that 3-point line.
Yep, absolutely. You know what? And not only that, they was number one in the league last year at guarding the 3 line last year.
What? Number one in percentage, guarding the line, everything.
Yep. So you got to look at the personnel to a degree, and I'm hoping they can get together. But I like I said, man, I think we might have to switch something up. You got to have a horse up in there, man, that can really get it popping up in that first unit. And let me bring in the rest of the panel. I got Spreewell in here, and I got Jarvis. Spreewell, what up, my brother?
Hey, man, I'm depressed.
Yeah, that was a tough L right there, man. Tough L.
I just I'm frustrated, man, because some guys on this team play with energy and some don't. And that's what's frustrating. It's like it shouldn't be this way. It should be everybody should be playing with the effort and energy, and it should look right. And it's just you can't play that way. You just can't play where your second unit is trying to bail your team out from a 25-point deficit. It's just not right. And so I agree with you, man. I mean, I like what Tibbs said though after the game. He said, they asked, do the Knicks need more time to gel? He says that's BS. It's to say 20 games or 30 games or 40, and next thing you know, the season's over. So. Right. We just got to look ourselves in the mirror, and that's exactly what needs to happen. It starts with Julius, his energy, especially defensively, and then Kemba and Fournier, man, they just got to be better. And if they're not, we got to go in a different – I'm not happy right now.
Yeah, fact. Jarvis, what up, my brother? How you doing tonight down there in Louisiana? My brother, what's good, Jarvis?
Salute, Divine. Salute, Spreewell Beans. And to all the brothers in the chat, salute to everybody, Knicks Nation. I'm gonna go on the record, Divine, to say this wasn't just a tough loss, Divine. This was a bad loss. I don't like losses like this. Not like this. But the bottom line is our perimeter defense is bad. That then they get to the basket. So now what happened is you have our bigs can't stay on their men because they got to defend the paint. And then at some point, like Spreewell said, you got to make a choice if it's going to be like that. I'd rather give up a 2 than a 3. Right,
absolutely, yeah.
Especially if they're going to be hitting like that. I mean, we shot 43%. 44%, 43% from 3-point range. And it looks like, just looking at that, you would assume that maybe we won. No. Rebounding bad. The passing wasn't good. And then on top of that, the defense. I'm as optimistic as you'll get. But one thing I think I'm having to come to the realization of, Divine, is yeah, you can talk slightly if you want to about the gelling, but that ain't no excuse. Bottom line is, I think maybe Kemba just is not going to be the same Kemba anymore. I think them injuries kind of seem like it might have took out, any semblance of possible cardiac Kemba. Like, now he'll have moments where you'll see some buckets from him and stuff like that. I'm not going to go that far. But you can throw that Kimber that we all remember. We can throw him out of our mind. That is not going to be the Kimber we're going to get this year. Then Fournier, and then the lack of effort and energy, man, on the starting unit, man, is amazing to me. I'm like, my goodness. Okay, and I applaud Tibbs for putting that second unit in there.
Absolutely.
I don't care if it is the starters. Take them out of there. Put the starting unit. Matter of fact, he might should send another message and start the second unit the next game.
Yeah,
and let the starters come off the bench and say, okay, now regain y'all spots.
Yeah.
Word, I'm with that.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what interesting me? You know, and I think right now, and like I said, let me ask you guys a question. Would you, because this is the only option I could think of right now, would you start Derrick Rose and then bring Kemba Walker bench? I'm asking you guys the question. Not that would you start Derrick Rose because of the energy, or do you think we just need to go? We need to do something. Or I tell you one thing I would do. I really would bring Obi Toppin at the 3. Here's another reason why I said it, and I'm gonna let you guys chime in on this here. We are small there, bro. Kemba Walker small, Fournier is small, RJ only 6'7", Julius is basically 6'8", 6'9". You know, we small down there, man, and that we not a good rebounding team. We rebound when we got to have good effort. You know what I mean? But I do think if you're gonna have to keep Rose, like CT said, keep Rose at the backup with the backup, then what do we do at that point guard situation? Beans, let me hear your take on that.
All right, at the point guard situation, this is what I'm doing. But it's gonna cause something which is gonna make us have to trade or cut somebody, because I'm gonna let D Rose stick with the second unless he really wants to go. I'm gonna have a talk with him. Listen, man, you want to go to the starting unit, or do you feel you better production off the second unit? I'm gonna see what he say. If he's like, nah, I want to stay with the second unit. You know what? Quickly, it's your turn. It's your turn, bro. It's your turn.
Yep.
You gotta remember. You gotta sit down. I'm starting quickly.
Yep. Right. Okay. That's pretty well. I'm gonna bring G Money in there because we got quite a few panel members. Let's try to keep till we can let everybody get their point across. Then we keep it moving. But I'm just saying, because I know I want to make sure all you guys get your takes in here tonight. I really do. So let's try to do that. You know, say what we got to say and then move on to the next guy. And I think that'd be dope. Freewell, man, what do you think with that point guard situation? G Money, salute, my brother.
Salute. How you doing?
Salute, G Money. I think the problem I have right now is Kemba's the third best point guard on the team, and so if that's the way it's looking, IQ's got the freshest legs on the team, man. I play IQ with the first unit and the second unit. I'd play him 40 minutes if I had to. I think we just have Kemba might not be a rotation player right now.
It's pretty well. Excuse me for a minute. Somebody got something on in the background. Check and see with this. Okay, that's pretty. Sorry about that.
He's back, fellas. Now, take Will Barton out the equation and put young LeBron.
Yeah, somebody got NBA TV on.
He's getting dunked on and getting back.
What's my fault?
Yeah, I think IQ. Here's the one thing IQ has shown me, Devon. He can apply ball pressure and compete on defense. I'm not saying he's the greatest defender, but he at least can compete, and he just can get by people, and he brings energy. So, I'm also with you on Toppin too. The sad part about this whole situation is RJ has been good, and then our 3 next best players to me that give you energy and a chance is Toppin, Rose, and IQ. So I think the best solution is to put IQ in the starting lineup.
Jarvis, what do you think about that? Then I go to G Money.
I don't really have a problem with any of those suggestions that the brothers just made. Either way it goes, Kemba right now, until there's some kind of way of showing that he's gradually coming along to be some semblance of a better version of Kemba than what we've had, you will probably be better off either starting IQ or even starting D Rose. I don't even have a problem with that. It's just with D Rose, because you can still dial back D-Rose minutes. There's certain ways to do that without just having him to play 35 minutes, whether he's starting or coming off the bench. It's the way to do it. Now, at this point, I don't know who wants to see it or not, but at this point, anything that Kimba is giving us right now, well, Miles McBride could give us that.
Okay, G Money, what you think
If
about?
you just increase his minutes just a little bit to give him a chance,
Okay,
you know. But go ahead, G Money.
yeah,
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
good. You're good. You good. Salute everybody. Salute Divine, Big
Salute G-Money.
Beans, Free, Jarvis. I look at both sides here. Okay, the bench played amazing. They played great. You know, after we were getting killed by 24, they played great. They were hustling, lobs, pick and rolls, clutch time threes to tie the game. But the starters were bad. They were garbage tonight. Randall had a good first quarter, but he disappeared. RJ Bear was trash, in my opinion, tonight. I mean, Mitch was no impact at all in this game. Kemba Walker was just, yeah, he was a dud tonight. And Evan Fournier was bad tonight, too. I mean, our bench played great. They raised a 24-point lead. I mean, deficit, I'm sorry, to tie it up by sharing the ball and all that. But the reason why we lost this game, we couldn't guard a three. 26 threes we gave up. You're not going to win a lot of games if the opposing team is harder than a furnace from long range. Also, we were out rebounded by 13. That's not good. And we were out assisted by 10. I know Knicks fans will say, oh, Obi got fouled and all that. That doesn't matter. All that doesn't matter. Because here's the thing. We were still down when that call happened. And two, the Knicks really gave up 3 threes before that. So who's to say we would have won the game? Like people need to start with this argument. Oh, the fouls. It doesn't matter to me. What mattered is we gave up 26 threes and most were open. Pat Connaughton looked like Ray Allen tonight. Grayson Allen, he was harder. He was like bang, 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 bang. Also, even Giannis was splashing threes at times. It's like we didn't close out to the shoots. I'm happy we battled back after being down 24. Really, our bench played amazing. But it's just that the lack of screen roll defense, the pick and pop D was bad, the late closeouts, and I don't get fibs. Why wait till you're down 24 to now put in the second unit? That's what I don't understand. It's like you gotta wait till we get killed by 20 to not make adjustments. And even though I'm happy that we made this a game, again, we need to learn to crash the glass. We need to learn to fight through screens. And you gotta get the Bucks credit. Milwaukee in the back-to-back, they showed a lot of toughness and grit. When the game was tied, they easily could have let this game go. But they showed a lot of toughness and grit. And that's why they got the win. And for the Knicks, we lose our 4th straight home game. I don't think we lost 4 straight home games last year. We got to win at home because on the road, we're a focused team on the road. But at home, you got to protect home court.
Yeah.
Because in the playoffs, yes, you have to win away from home. But in the playoffs, you also have to win in your building. Okay. What's the point getting home court advantage you're not winning at home?
Let me move on to another panel member. Sorry, because like I said, we got a lot of guys on the panel tonight, and I want to make sure everybody get a chance to have an opportunity. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Yeah, Beans. That Obi Toppin and Fournier thing, I'm really I think that's something that they should look at for a minute. You know what I mean? Until Fournier prove that he's ready to get back in that starting 3 spot. I think they should change it up, Beans, just to see what it might do.
Bring Fournier off the bench?
Yeah, why not?
So fit him with the second. All right. So if we do that, then his defense, he's gonna have to play threes on the second. Yeah, I can see that. You know what? Anything that's gonna make some change, that's gonna make us better, man.
Okay.
And I have to say this real quick earlier, but the whole thing that's killing us is that they doing this at home.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, it's just crazy, man.
Yeah.
But I'm rolling with you. I'm rolling with you on that.
You know the reason I say that? Because we got to get some energy in that joint, man. I mean, literally, that first unit needs some energy. At least with Obi Toppin, that dude to run up and down the floor. If somebody get a ball off the rebound, he can push the ball up the floor. He can run the floor. And RJ was doing that at Duke. You know, that's what they did. You know what I mean? RJ and people like Obi Toppin should be up and down that floor, but Kimba and Julius and Kimba, Julius and Fournier, they ain't got that up and down the floor game right now anyway. And so that's why I like that Obi thing. I like, man, he give us some size too, the rebound. We got a small team down there, and so I think bringing Obi Toppin there, like I said, if the Cleveland Cavaliers could throw a 6'11" dude at the three, they doing good with it. We need some height down there. I just don't think we got enough rebounding to get that thing popping down there. So we got to figure it out, Spreewell, because I just think we need some size.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I mean, I agree with you, man. Obi's got to get. I think this is what they should do. Kemba, to me, if he's just a shooter and he's not even making shots, he can't consistently get to the basket. He's not pushing. I think you start IQ. I think you start Obi. I think you go IQ at the 1, try RJ at the 2, Obi at the 3, Randall at the 4, Mitch at the 5.
I don't have no problem with that.
See what that looks like. Give that. I haven't seen that before. I don't think we've ever seen that lineup before. I think right now we need energy. We need to push the pace. We need guys that can get off the dribble. Because this is also about this is about getting Julius going. This is about getting RJ going. IQ can help us. I'm not saying that's the definite solution, but I do think Kemba right now, to me, is the most important. Even though Fournier's been bad, Divine, there's no doubt about that. I'm letting him off the hook. Kemba, to me, is what stirs the whole drink here, and he's the biggest problem, in my opinion, on the team right now. And I think Obi, we're also getting, to your point, Divine, we're getting killed on the glass.
Yeah.
Anytime Obi comes in the game, I never question the energy. I question decision makings, but I live with his decisions, and he's a better finisher now.
Yeah, man.
I think we just got to go with the young guys, and I don't believe Tibbs will do that right away. I think he's still going to give it some more time, but I think that's what we have to do. I think that's what it's looking like.
Yep. Well, I'm going to bring KJ and Jarvis. I get back to Jarvis. Let me bring KJ in here because the brother is getting on the show. Salute to my brother KJ, events in the building. I got the panel in here, man. I got Baked Bean. I got Spreewell. I got Jarvis. We got G Money. And we got my man, my brother from another mother. You already know, KJ events. What's good, brother?
Salute everybody. Salute. Sorry for getting in late. I was at a Knick event, and it's one of them nights for us. But look, I want to talk about Tom Thibodeau. He did something he never did before, as far as coaching this team. He finally let the bench play. He didn't bring other players, and that's the one thing why we got a W tonight, because he showed the other players, I don't care how much money you making. I don't care who this Julius, you the star. You're going to sit yourself on his bench when you're not performing the way you're supposed to be performing. You had a great first quarter, first half, but we need to be consistent. And if we're inconsistent like this, we're not going to win the game. And what he showed me tonight by bringing that bench in and letting them young guys finish the game and play, to me, that's going to catapult our team to another level now, especially if we can get the production we got from Burks, from Quickly, and also Rose. Now, if the starters could ever come along and start balling and start scoring like they was scoring in the beginning, like Kimba and Fournier, we got us a nice little squad that can perform. But, my big take on the night, I like the fact that he let the players play that should have been in that game.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah, hey Jarvis, I think that told me something. That told me something that when he did that, KJ, and I'm gonna bring Jarvis in on this one. When he sat them cats that game, he like, you know what, that showed me something. I got to give Tibbs props on that, man, because you in a star driven league where egos can be in the way. He like, I don't give a damn about no egos. You ain't playing well. Then I'm gonna have to sit you while this team was hot. They was on a run. They was hot, and I'm glad he left him in there. And I got to give him his props on that, Jarvis, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I would definitely have to give Ted props on that. It would have been even nice if he could have even brought him in a little bit a little bit sooner. But hey, but the bottom line is he made the change,
Hmm.
and that's what was good to see. So hopefully going forward, that'll be a message sent to the guys on the team that hey man, I got you here to perform, to do a duty. Just excitement and optimism is not enough. We gotta put it together and perform on the court
Hmm.
and stuff like that. So I think pretty much everybody all together have said certain things. My ideal situation for that, if we can keep D Rose on the bench, I would rather that if we can. He just runs it so good, and I just wonder how the others would do without him leading it. I'm not worried about D Rose. It's just the continuity of the whole bench. If you take D Rose from it, but however, I know something's going to have to be done, so forth as with the guard situation. The perimeter defense is too bad not to make some kind of change. Even if you're not going to make a trade, which I'm not saying we should do that right now or not. What I am saying is we got individuals. Look, man, if you're going to put IQ in the starting lineup and you're going to try to put maybe Obi at that wing position and Fournier on the bench, then try that. If it's a thing to where you're gonna do D Rose and you put quickly behind him or quick or however you need to do it. But for right now, it's clear to see that Kimba is not ready yet to make the impact that we would like to see him make. And teams are not going to take it easy on him just because he's trying to get himself, together
Right.
in that regard. They're gonna keep taking advantage of what our weaknesses have been, and they're gonna go at it night in and night out. Even teams that we feel are low tier is gonna take that blueprint and is gonna try to exploit that every game, even next game. They've been watching.
Hmm.
The teams have been watching, man. So it's just some changes got to be made, even if it's just lineup changes.
Right, right. G Money, what's your outlook on that, man? Give me your thoughts on that, man. What do you think we need to do to get this ship steered back in the right direction? Well, give me your thoughts on that.
You guys made some great points. I mean, what we need to do is to make the proper adjustments. I mean, Phibbs, like you said, he made a good adjustment leaving the second unit in. We were down 24 to give us a shot to even tie the game, to tie again, have a shot to win. I'm just saying that I wish it didn't take us down 20 plus when to make adjustments. And also, we need to shuffle the lineup, okay? We need to shuffle our lineup and the players. Okay, RJ Barrett. Look, I understand there's gonna be games in which you're gonna shoot bad sometimes, but you gotta play with effort. His defense to me wasn't really there, in my opinion. Randall, he has to learn to figure out double teams and triple teams. He has to learn. He needs to learn to post up a little more. Yeah, he can post up, but he needs to do it a little more. That's just me. And needs to be quick with his decisions.
Okay.
Kemba, Kemba's a good player that can slash, that can shoot, but Kemba needs to be a little more consistent. I'm not saying he has to average 30. That's not what I'm saying, because he's not going to be the Charlotte Hornet Kemba, but he needs to be productive and be ready to shoot when we ask him to. Evan Fournier, okay, I like Evan Fournier, but he can be streaky sometimes. He can be very, very streaky. He has to be learned to be more consistent in these games and take the proper shots. Take the proper shots. That's what we need to do. The bench was fine. The bench was fine. I mean, Taj was hustling. Obi was getting monster matches. Derrick Rose's jumper looked great in this game. His
Well,
jumper looked wet. Quigley was beating guys off the dribble, putting the ball on the floor, hitting some tough threes. Even Alec Burks played well too. He had his moments in his game too when he hit some tough shots. It's just that what we need to do if we want to get back on track, our starters have to bring the proper energy and have to set the tone. You can't, yes, the bench has to continue to play well, which I think they will, but your starters have to set the tone and show leadership, especially with Julius Randle. Spree made a good point last time. Randle needs to learn to be a leader. He's a good player, but he needs to learn to be a leader. and needs to learn to lead by example. He's a good player. I like Julius Randle. He needs to show the leadership like he did last year. RJ Barrett, he's a good player. He's had a very good season, but he needs to get more of the mid range. If he can get that mid range down pack and work on his free throw shooting, he'll even be more of a great player. I mean, he's good. He's not great, but you get what I'm saying. Kemba Walker, he needs to be learning to not always settle for the jump shot. I understand you're not the Charlotte Hornet Kemba. I understand that, but you can still attack the basket and try to get others in foul trouble. And Evan Fournier, he needs to learn to not always, even though you can't put the ball on the floor, you can't always sometimes rely on the jump shot. You gotta learn to maybe take a mid range here and there. That's just me. And we need to just share the ball. We playing the bench shared the ball. The bench was finding the open man, but the starters were playing hero ball, not getting guys involved. And also, like you said, Devon, we gotta crash the glass. Especially when you see the ball on the run, we gotta be alert to grab the ball. We can't just give up offensive rebounds and stuff. And one more thing before I let someone else talk, we just gotta swarm the perimeter. When we see the ball to a 3-point shooter, we just swarm. We just find the shooter. We can't just leave a guy open like Pat Connaughton, George Hill, Giannis at times, Bobby Portis, Elgilay. They hit tough threes and they hit some were open. It's like we just gotta be better, swarming through the perimeter and closing out. And that's what I have to say.
Okay. Hey, KJ, I shoot the beat after you. We shot the three ball well. We shot it well tonight. 16 for 37, 43%. And the only reason I'm saying that to piggyback off of what G Money said, they shot 52% from the trade line. 52%. KJ, we can't win like that, bro.
No, we can. Our perimeter defense is not there, and that's like the biggest thing that I take from all these games, which we're packing the middle in, and all these guys. Let's play this. The whole East Coast, it's a battle every night, regardless of who's on the floor. The East teams, a lot of them that weren't good last year, they're better than the West teams. If you look at the records right now, 8-3. You could drop one record, you can go from 8 to 1 in the East right now. So we got to watch out for that factor. Problem is that we're not, certain things we don't always have to pack the middle in like that. Even in when the second unit got in, the impressive thing for me, Devon and chat and everybody else in here, is when we down by 23, 24 points and we tied that game score at 89. And then somebody else hits a 3-point and get 19.
It was George
Hill hit the 3, right? So for me, just for them to come back from 24 and get out there and perform, it was impressive to me. Even though that team also did the same thing, they didn't hustle back out and get out, but we got to fix that. That's the main thing. Right. That shooting percentage in the Garden, that should not happen, and they had to fix that. If not, I know a lot of us predicted 50 wins. It might not happen.
45,
right?
45.
It may not happen, Devon, if it does that. If it happens.
Well, if we don't get together, obviously, real quick, I'm gonna bring Beans in here. You know what? To me, it's simple mathematics. 10 times 2 is 20. 3 times 10 is 30. You give up 10 threes. To me, you let them run them off the line. You rather give up a 2 than give up a 3. You know what I mean? It's just that obvious because 3-point get you more points. You know what I mean? And we need to rectify that problem one way or the other because we got to get our perimeter defense on point. I'm not concerned as to perimeter defense. Salute to the chat as well. Anyway, man, salute to Unique Allah, salute to my brother D. Roz, Nick 100, salute to all y'all, man. Salute to the chat. Be civilized, and Be Civilized made a great point as well. Like I don't want to panic, and I want to believe that they brought these guys in here and it's going to work out. But it's just so frustrating after seeing that second unit today. You know what I mean? Beans, we brought that second unit today, and they did what the first unit should be doing. That's what make you feel the way you feel tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Second unit showed up and showed out, man.
They fought.
I feel like I'm not blaming it on the call with the refs and all that, but I felt like that was the last momentum breaker that broke us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though we was down, whatever the case may be, it just felt like that one jump ball was like, come on, we all see it was a foul. You know what I'm saying? Like blatantly right in front of us, you just dissed us. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like everybody else was saying, man, the perimeter defense is suspect. Like that got to be on the next team scouting report now. They got to be having that on the big board. Listen, this is what we're going to do against the Knicks. We're going to pick and roll them to death. Kimber can't stay up. Fournier can't guard. And we're going to get open threes because we know Mitch going to collapse. And we're going to get open threes all game. Just stick to the game plan. And that's what they did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, man. That's real talk there. We got to get that together. That we cannot let that 3-point shot beat us like that all year long. Like I said, it'd be different if, you know, if our effort were on the front, if our effort in the defense in the first unit was there, I don't think these teams would be hitting these threes like that. My thing is like, why y'all? You know, I think the problem is for me. You could tell a defensive player from a good defensive player. These guys don't be up in these dudes' face.
They're not.
They face, you know what I mean? You know, listen, let them drive by you. That's why you got Noel and Mitch back there. Get up in them when they soon that ball coming in here, you should be almost about to kiss these dudes. You know what I mean? Or you should be right up in their grill, and that way that's gonna force them to put that ball on the floor and run them off that 3-point line. That's what a good defender do. You know, like they get up in your face, mano a mano. Yo, I'm gonna see if you can get past me. And if you try to pull up on the 3, I'm right there at you. I can strike you going up, or I can whatever. So I think we got to get some players that can get up on them guys in their face. You got to get up in these dudes' face, man. You can't be sitting there and then you try to jump and block their shot on a 3-point shot. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And I hear Clyde say it all the time. Like, why, you know, that you should not be letting cats get that off like that. It's a 3-point shooting league, like CT said, the whole league shooter, but you still got to learn how to stop them jokers, man. And the second unit did a good job of that from long they could until they couldn't have no more energy to hold it down. Spreewell, but you know, we got to fix that joint fast, bro.
Yeah, I think my whole thing is, yeah, I agree the defense is bad, but I don't see the hustle plays. Like my whole thing is the only guys that I see, like to me, what changed kind of the game was a hustle play. Derrick Rose to end the third quarter gets a steal
and a fast break layup.
Goes all the way down at his age, goes quickly. To me, that's a play that changes the game, that gives your team hope that you can make a comeback to cut it to what, a 14-point lead, which is not crazy to come back.
Well, it's 16 actually.
16. So yeah, I mean, I think Obi makes hustle plays. Even IQ gets steals at time that makes a hustle play. I don't see Kemba making hustle plays. I don't see Evan making hustle plays. I think Julius makes hustle plays at times. I don't think he does it consistently enough. I don't see Julius. There's games where Julius got 5 offensive rebounds. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, man. You're making hustle plays that shows leadership, that shows you're galvanizing the troops. But then there are also games where Julius doesn't bring it defensively and doesn't make the rotations. And it's not all Julius. I mean, you really need good ball pressure from your guards in today's NBA. That, like, to me is, like, the number one thing. Like, we take Mitch for granted. Like, yes, Mitch is a really – Noel didn't play, but, like, we have great rim protection on the team, and that can cover up for a lot of things, which is great. But you can't just rely on Mitch to cover everything. And that's what it's looking like. Like, you need – so I don't know if it's putting in McBride. I don't know if it's putting in Quickly. I don't know if it's starting in Rose. I think these are all good potential options. I just don't think it's going to get any better with Kemba. I hope I'm wrong. I really do.
Yeah, fact. Real quick, let me bring up this next chat, because that's what Bless Robert. Salute to you, Bless Robert. Salute to you. Thank you for coming in, my brother. Real talk. Salute. He said Mitch struggles on offense because there is no point guard on this squad. He always open on, and he hit. And I bring that up because it was a play tonight. Finally, Evan Fournier threw Mitch the ball down in the paint. And when was the last? When that was one of like the first time you ever said, "Yo, why you throw the ball down to him?" The worst thing can happen is the man get fouled, or you know he dunking on somebody, or he gets something. But they got to put Mitchell Robinson in the offense a little bit, man, because that's from the offense standpoint. Get a man in hand. But I brought that up, bless Robert Goodwin, because I do think that everybody on our team is almost shoot first. You know what I mean? Like Kim is a shoot first point guard. You know what I mean? And these guys is looking to shoot. Evan Fournier is a shooter. You know what I mean? But so I'm not putting on Kemba Walker, but you have to also understand that Mitch and them not going to get the things they can get because they're not looking for them guys. You know what I mean? And Jarvis, I just think that they got to find a way to get somebody there who can a floor general. And maybe Kemba is that dude, but right now, you know what's disappointing to me? This man played 43 games last year. He averaged 19 a game. It ain't like from 1 year to the next year. Even with his bad knee, he was putting up 19 a game. So you don't go into the next year and lose your game. You know what I mean? You don't lose your game. I think you could shoot last year. It's only 6 months later you could shoot again this year. So I don't think that Kemba Walker deteriorated over a year. Do I think that maybe we didn't see the lot of Kemba that because he wasn't on the Knicks? We watch a lot of Knicks basketball, and we didn't see what he was doing on a regular basis on other teams. But the man dropped 19 a game with Jason Tatum, with Jaylen Brown and them guys. And so, I'm hoping this is just a glitch in the matrix. And Jarvis and this cat, he might come around, but it's kind of disappointing the way the whole starting unit playing right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna just say a little bit, and then with this wonderful panel that you got right here, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get off the chat, give other people a little bit more of a chance so it can flow a little bit smoother. But yeah, I agree with you. And like I said, while Kemba's trying to get himself together, teams are not gonna take it easy on us. They're gonna exploit that. They're gonna go at him night in and night out until we do something to cover it. So the best thing right now is to put Kimbo to where he's coming off the bench somewhere in the road to where we just need some added scoring to try to come in where he can hit some buckets. That way relieve all the pressure on him. So, but however they want to tinker with the lineup, I'm for it. I agree with the floor general point guard situation. That's what we need. Another thing, too, that we need to remember about Mitch, too. I seen some signs of Mitch tonight with his movement, man. I think that hip is still bothering him too.
Yeah.
Because I see some signs with him, and I seen him holding it a few times. So I don't think he's altogether 100% right from that hip as well. So so until that get together, and that's just the thing with these guys. Mitch is having to cover too much ground. You're expecting too much of him. Cover the paint. Then hurry up and get out there and cover the perimeter. When you have these 3-point shooting bigs and stuff like that, and that's too much to ask, for the man by himself, right, without our guards helping play this perimeter defense. And then on top of that, Fournier and RJ is really trying to play a little bit more out of position too. Or RJ, I like him. I like how he's been scrapping at the small forward position, but in all actuality and honesty, he's really should be at the 2-guard spot, and we just don't have that true wing that can play on both sides of the ball on our team just yet. So we have to make do with what we have. But some lineup changes I expect should happen first, and then from there, maybe somewhere by the trade deadline, if things have not gotten better, they may look at something, maybe trade. If not, buyout market could be in play. And and we'll just see what happens with that. But man, I tell you what, if they don't do something about that, this is gonna be a very long season. And to be honest with you, you know me, my range was 48 to 52 wins. I can see somewhere around there was my range. So I settled in and said 50. But if we do not solve that, and in the effort and energy point, man, if we make 40, we'll be done good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey,
I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one from G Money. I just gotta be honest.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Knicks fans may not like what I say sometimes, but I gotta tell people some of the truth. I know, Devon, you say, "Oh, these teams will be fighting with the East." So will us. We'll be fighting with the East too, because there's 13 teams in the East. that can make the playoffs. You got Milwaukee,
I'm out,
Brooklyn,
guys.
Peace,
Sulu
Jarvis.
Jarvis. Sulu Jarvis, stay safe, man. You
Yes.
got Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Miami, that's 3 teams. Philly, Atlanta, that's 5. New York, that's us. Chicago, who's been a surprise, 7. Washington, who's been a surprise, that's 8. Cleveland, that's 9. You also have who else? Who else? Toronto 10, Boston 11, Charlotte 12, and then you got. Did I forget somebody else? There's 13 teams who are
Yeah,
fighting.
yeah. I think you got anybody for the competitive. We talking about the competitive ones that can be up there where we talking. You thinking, but I'm thinking what you're talking about. Yeah, because it's Detroit and the
Detroit and
last.
Orlando are garbage. Detroit and
Right.
Orlando are garbage. But I don't know. So Indiana, I forgot about Indiana, and Indiana too will be fine with us. So again, look, I have us winning around 45 because again, I know we got better on paper, but the East got better too. And
Right.
like I said, here's what's crazy, right? We're so good on the road when we play so calm on the road, but at home it's like we're trying to do too much. We're trying to not share. It's like we're not sharing the ball at home. And here's the thing that annoys me. Here's the thing that got to me. The bench did a good job finding the open man, attacking, dishing, getting guys involved. Quigley played a great game down the stretch. Rose hit some timely threes. Even Obi Toppin was getting slings and hustle plays. And even Tops was hustling. Even Alec Burks was hitting some tough shots. The bench did a good job getting not only the team, but the crowd involved. The bench did a good job getting the crowd, tying the game. But it's just that what really killed us, we gotta do a better job preventing, you know, baseline drives. We gotta do a better job covering the corner three. We give up a lot of corner threes. We give up a lot of left wing threes, right wing threes, and corner threes. And that's what I'm trying to say. And that's the reason why we're in trouble. And like I said, I didn't, even though it was a possibility we could win 50, I see it's a 45 because here's the thing what we have to understand. I knew it would take Kemba some time. And like I said, the East got better. We got better, but so did the Eastern Conference. This isn't the East years past, which was garbage. Now you have 13 teams in the East who have a shot to be in the playoffs. We just got to just do a better job, okay, of playing 48 minutes of strong bounce. We got to share the rock, penetrate, bounce pass. We got to do all these things for us to get better. I mean, for me, if this is like a trend with Kemba, I may start Quigley or Rose. If this is a trend with Kemba, if he continues to be inconsistent. Evan Fournier, I'll probably keep him in starting line because he still need offense early because he can put the ball on the floor. So I won't take Fournier off the starting lineup yet. But I would, for Kemba, personally for me, it kind of depends on the team we're playing. But I would try to put Rose or Quigley in the starting lineup to give us more offense because they can push the pace, they can stretch the floor. Kemba can stretch the floor too, but Kemba Walker to me, he doesn't look comfortable. Kemba to me is like he's in over his head, and I just feel that he's not playing up to his capability. I'm not saying he has to be, the Charlotte Hornet Kemba Walker when he was attacking the well, that little cool cat that was dancing, prancing, boogieing on people. I'm not saying that. But if New York wants to take the next step, he and Fournier, I should say the whole lineup, has to learn to lead. And like what Spreewell said, if you're Julius Randle, you gotta guard the perimeter and you gotta hustle. RJ Barrett, what helped you during that 5-game run, which were amazing, not only were your offense amazing, your defense, you were hustling for loose balls. Don't stop now. And also, Phibbs did a good job leaving the bench in the game when we raced that 24-point deficit. But I'm saying myself, why will you wait till you're down 20 plus to make that adjustment? I can't respect that. And it's like, if we want to take that next step, we have to learn to, guard the 3-point line. And here's the thing: I know we didn't have Noel, but the Bucks didn't have Brooke Lopez, who can guard the interior himself, and they didn't have Chris Middleton, who creates on shot, and Dante DiVincenzo. And the Bucks came up a back to back. Think about that. They came up a back to back, and we came out so sluggish. We became up sluggish a little bit until our bench brought us back. What we have to do And I agree with Unique Ally. Why isn't this playing McBride? He can give us some energy and Grimes. What was the point getting these guys if we're not going to play them? We got to learn to play more of our young guys if we want to be a better team.
I got you. Let me, KJ. Give me your thoughts. Give me your solution. What do you think we need to do in New York to get this ship turned around, man? From what you're seeing and what you're watching on TV.
Well, look, I'm not going to give up on Kemba already. I'm not going to give up on him, and the reason I say that, just in his last 4 games, he's been in single digits. He had 4 in Indiana, Milwaukee. He had 5. He had 8 in Philly, and tonight he had 2. Right, but prior to that, the man was averaging 11 the first game, 10, 19, 21, 19, 15. So I'm not going to give up on him quite yet. I still think he's not damaged goods. Of course, some of the defense he's playing doesn't look good, but I'm not going to give up on the man yet because this guy, I still believe in this guy. The one thing I want to see them come out the zone now. They got to get old school basketball, get up on your man, get over the screen. The Knicks used to switch a lot. They used to switch a lot years prior, and that got them in trouble too. I'd rather have them switch their man out. Make sure that they defend the perimeter person. That is the main thing. And another thing I want to say, Devon, is New York City in the chat. It's New York City. Everybody wants to play in New York. So guess what? They know the lights, camera, action's on. When they come in that building, they know they could potentially get another endorsement deal. They have a great game. They got other teams looking for more money. It's New York. Somebody can sell you an umbrella when it's not even raining outside. So, and I say that to say, these other teams that come in here, they come in here to perform. It could be one night. It could be a no-name, just like Rubio, 38 points, or the other night,
actually
37. McDonald, he put up his numbers tonight. So, the main thing I want to see from this team, Devon, I don't want to see them give up on the players. I want to see them play a different type of defensive style. And then my question is, say we did bring Kemba and Fournier off the bench. What happens to the bench now? If Kemba and Fournier are not looking too good on defense now, our defense is our biggest asset our bench is our biggest asset on this team. Now we bring those two on the bench to help that team out. It's pretty much the same thing. It's a catch-22. If they're not doing the same thing, what do you guys think about that?
I would say this here. To me, it's about the same. Fournier defense, like Obi's defense, they about the same. I don't think our defense unit I don't think our second unit defense is better than the first. I just think that our first unit just not playing with effort.
Correct. Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think but I like what Emmanuel quickly is doing. Like, let me. I gotta give that boy some props. That man is pressuring that. He played well tonight on them point guards, man. He's up on the ball. He's moving his feet. You know, he playing some good man up. I like everybody on that team right now. I think Quickly got the best man up in your face defense on it right now for the ones who playing it. You know what I mean? You know, you look at the game tonight. Quickly was up in them dudes' grill, trying to. Sometimes you might get them right at the top. You know, before they get off a half court. He putting pressure on the basketball, and that's what got us back in the game tonight. Him and Derrick Rose and Obi, they were putting pressure on the ball.
How many steals did Quickly have tonight? Do we know?
I might pull the stats up, but Beans. The reason why I say that is because I just think that we got to put some height in that. We got to put some height and some energy in that first unit, man. Because I just don't think they got enough energy there. Kimber with his knee situation, Fournier is not an energy guy. RJ got energy somewhat. Randall somewhat. Obi and Quickly got energy. And that's the only reason I don't got no problem doing that. Quickly had
one steal. That's it.
One steal. Yeah, but he played some.
But
good
I agree with you. He had really good pressure. I agree.
Man. He played some good pressure.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he definitely stepped his defense up. His defense is looking real good out there. You know what I mean? I read something in the chat. Salute out to my boy Ron, man. He said we might have to trade Kemba, man. I know it's early, but he said we might have to get rid of him, man.
I'm gonna wait till. Let me wait till Christmas time or January to see where he's at. If he continues to be inconsistent, then I can see where it comes from. But if he plays better, then we just gotta relax.
Do you think his defense gonna get better?
I'm 50-50. I don't know. I say 50-50 because Kemba's never been a great defender. That's the thing. Kemba's never been a great defender. So I'm 50-50. I don't know.
Would you trade Kemba and Mitch for Ben Simmons?
I don't want Ben because here's the reason why I don't want Ben. I understand he'll help with rebounding, passing, defending. I get that. But he's not going to stretch the floor. And you have to understand this. The game will be close. Teams are going to foul Ben Simmons. He's going to hit his free throws. I don't trust it, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm not. Ben is a good player.
No, I agree with you, but I'm worried about getting to the fourth quarter now.
I don't want Ben Simmons. If we get Ben Simmons, man, I mean, I'm gonna tune out.
I'm desperate right now. That's how desperate I am.
You know what it is? For me, I think it just switched the lineup for a minute. Yeah. We got to trade for nobody.
Why don't we just start the second unit and bench
let's
the
bring
first?
The rookies in, man. Let's back to the rookie talk.
Why don't we play for 2 games? Let's just bench the starters. They'll be the second unit for 2 games. Let's see what happens. Let's play the second unit as the starters for 2 games.
It depends on the team you're playing. I'll be careful. It depends on the team you're playing.
Yeah, and let's put RJ back at the 2. How about that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the reason why I say Obi, I keep bringing Obi up because what you just said, Beans, you can move RJ back at the 2. You know what I mean? Now he's gonna have advantage with that new body he got. Now you can spread the floor and post him sometime. You know what I mean? Post him on a small 2. And Obi, what thing about Obi? Randall can knock down he's shooting the 3 ball decent. RJ can shoot the 3 ball decent. So I think by taking, to me, you know what it is? When you got too much offense, somebody gonna get they're not gonna get the opportunities. That's why I would like when you got guys like Dennis Rodman or people who don't even want to shoot the ball, but they want to do all the other stuff. You know what I mean? We gotta, and I like what we got. We got a floor full of shooters, but what happens on the other end? And that's what my concern is, that if you bring somebody like Obi not looking to take shots from anybody. He just want to go out there and get his dunks, run up and down the floor. You get his post moves in there. He not looking to be, I got to be the main cog or one of the main cogs. That might be the problem. Much as I love the team, we might got too many guys who can shoot the ball. And when one of us not getting it on a consistent basis, because basketball is a game of rhythm. If you ain't getting your shot consistently, you're not going to get in the rhythm and knock them down. You know what I mean? So I think just for experiment, I would love to see if they make the team bigger, faster, and stronger by putting Obi top in there with Randall. Them 2 strong dudes. Mitch done got 280 pounds now. He's kind of strong. Obi is strong. RJ is strong. If you're going to play bully ball, put some bullies in there.
Yeah. I ain't gonna front, man. I think that sounds good. And I think, because I ain't gonna lie, now when Obi come in the game, I get like a different feel. Like, okay, let's go. Right. I don't know what it is, but it's like I just get a different feel. Like he give me an energy when he coming in the game. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He play above the top. Think about it. We don't got no leapers in that first unit. We don't got nobody play above the rim but Mitch.
Obi's the most athletic player on our team.
Say it again.
In my opinion, Obi is the most athletic player on our team.
Yeah, and
I agree.
Yep. We don't got no athleticism down there. Nobody can get up there and get over the top like that. That cat can get down the floor. You could him and Mitch in the front unit with Randall. I think it'd be a much better chance of Knicks playing because Obi got strength. He can post up. He can run the floor. Like I said, he can get rebounds. He rebound better than Fournier if we get the opportunity. So I just think that we might got to think about that. And there's nothing wrong. It's not that Fournier, just because he get 19 minutes don't mean you can't come off the bench. He might wind up coming off the bench being a 6th man or 7th man with Derrick Rose to knock it down. He might not have that pressure anymore to have to worry about feeding. Because when you're trying to feed Randall all the time, then you got to get RJ his shots. Then you got to try to get Kemba his shots. Now you got to try to get Fournier his shots. That's just too many. But when you got a guy in there who not dependent, they don't look to get him a shot. He can get his shots any other way. Like Obi can run and get shots. He can come off the rebound and dunk on you and get points. It ain't like you got to feed him the ball to get all his points. He can create his own shots and make his own points by hustling. And I don't think we got that in that second unit. That's why they get stagnant like that. That's why teams out hustle us. We don't got no hustlers out there. Them cats ain't hustling. And I think Obi Toppin is a hustler. He brings us hustler energy, I think. So let's see how that thing pan out. Maybe we can get him in there. But KJ, we got to figure this thing out, brother.
Yeah, you know what? And I just want to piggyback on the whole Quickly thing. You know, it's kind of like the same thing. Quickly for the first 9 games, he wasn't really doing much. He was 0, 2, 3, 7, 9, 4 first. Only these last 3 games, he's 12, 10, and 18 a night. So it's kind of like that same thing. Now, the one difference between Kemba and Quickly is much younger, a little faster, and he's playing defense. He can pick the man full of. Kemba can't do that right now. But Kemba is the experience. I know people's frustration with Kemba, but we said the same thing about Kemba in the first couple of games. And then he had a stretch of 3-4 games where my man went off. So you got to still get this man time. But I agree with you guys on changing the lineup up. I do agree. I like the fact that if we get put Barrett at the 2 and Obi at the 3 with Randall and Mitch is a great. Now, my question is, who's the 1? Do we keep Kemba there or D Rose? If you go with a lineup change.
I'm if we go with a lineup change, the point guard thing, it's hard to take. You don't want to take D Rose out that second unit guy. To me,
I would
because
I wouldn't.
But you would.
I would not. I think we've been down that road before. I personally think Rose is so valuable. You don't want to mess up him leading the second unit. I think, honestly, and I'm not saying this is definitely the best thing, but I do think Quickly has grown a little bit where he can apply pressure. I think Quickly has shown, even when he struggled, he's taken the right shots. He just needs to play within the flow. He's smarter. I think he can start. I want to see that look. I definitely agree with both you guys on the Obi thing. To me, when you're Obi's the most athletic player on the team. He cannot be playing 12 minutes. I understand Julius Randle's playing his position, but you got to find a way to get him at least 20 minutes a night, at least, in my opinion. He's the most athletic player on our team. In basketball, the name of the game is to have athletes out there. All these guys are athletic. All these teams have athletes. Obi is our guy. So we got to – and also I agree with you, man. I mean, Fournier, yeah, he's making a lot of money, but the name of the game is finding chemistry. The name of the game is to find 5 guys that play well. Last year, as much as we beat up on Elfrid Payton and Reggie Bullock, those 2 guys, and yes, we were never winning big with them in the playoffs, but those 2 guys served a purpose. They played well in the starting lineup. It worked. As much as we yanked Elfrid Payton after – I mean, this Kemba thing feels a little bit like Elfrid Payton. And Elfrid Payton, I think, had a little more value than Kemba because he could at least apply pressure, ball pressure. So I'm frustrated right now. It's not a perfect solution. I do want to give Kemba 5 to 10 more games. I think we have to give him 5 to 10 more games. Let's see what it looks like. And then I think Thibodeau is going to probably make a move if he doesn't see anything improved by 20 to 25 games, something like that.
To me, I'm going to give him to Christmas Day. I'm going to wait till at least Christmas Day against the Hawks. If I don't see improvement from Kemba, then you may have to consider benching. I'm not saying don't play him at all because he's still a good player. But like you said, Spray, even though Elfrid Payton was not great offensively, he did play some good defense, especially on ball. Kemba, even though I think Kemba's a better player than Elfrid Payton, at least Elfrid Payton did play some good defense, And for me, I'm going to wait till Christmas Day. If he doesn't step it up by Christmas Day,
I think that's fair.
Then I don't know. Then you might have put him on the bench.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think we got time like that? That's why I asked you. That's why I brought up that question. Do you think we got time? We might not have the time to wait to December to 25th to see if Kemba can go right. We might be losing too many games by then. You know what I mean?
When is the Christmas Day game? Early December or late December?
Noon. We're playing noon.
Hey, because you know what? To me, real quick, rest them. Know what? What's the big deal? I think if you move quickly to the 1, Derrick Rose stays where he at, right? You slide Alex Burks to the 2, which he probably better fit at a backup 2 guard than a small forward, and you move Fournier to the backup 3. Now you got Rose there knocking it down. You got hopefully Fournier can get a groove knocking it down. You got Alex Burks can knock it down. I don't think you lose too much, you know what I mean? But I think you gain also because I think you bring in some guys like you put like Obi Toppin and One thing you could say about them, they do know how to play with these guys. They were there last year, you know what I mean? They know compared to Fournier and Kevin Walker, who do not know how to play with these guys. At least Emmanuel Quickly and Obi Toppin know how to play with the current Knicks players because they were there last year playing with them. So I think that's something you can experiment, and then you know what, you can always go back to the way you had it. But I think Beans, they got to change that up sooner or later.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know about another 6 weeks though. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know about another 6 weeks. Word, I don't think I could wait 6 weeks. I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan. You know, everybody else.
I can't wait another 6 weeks. Let's give this thing 2 weeks.
Right.
I don't want to give it that. I want to make a change now.
Or we could just blow it up now and trade for Damian Lillard.
You know what? Here's the thing.
I'm not a big Dame fan.
Here's the thing. Quick.
No.
You look at the next 4 games. We got Charlotte, and the next 3 is at home, all winnable. You know what I mean? But they're winnable. That don't mean we win if we don't come to what we're supposed to do there. You know what I mean? They winnable game. We really got a chance to win 4 games in a row. But I'm not using the Kimba thing as an excuse. I just think that maybe they need to bring them back, just like they need to bring them back slowly. Maybe they didn't need to rush them back here. You know what I mean? Let him take his time to get his foot wet, go in the second unit or whatever, and play with them, because coming out the gate, his defense is not going to get us there, man. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but we knew that coming in. Don't get me wrong. We knew it coming in that he wasn't a great defender, so we got to live with that. You know what I mean? But it's a little bit more than that. I just think that the energy in that first unit, them guys don't got the and I'm like, be civilized. You got to give them a chance to get continuity. And I agree with the be civilized. And I always preach that, like, it's continuity and chemistry. You got to give them time. But when is it enough time, KJ? When is it enough time to say, okay, you know what? We gave you enough time. This thing still look like it's not, because it got to come to a point where that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Is it the next 5 games?
5 games. Give it a week. Just give it one more week. 5 games.
What about you, KJ?
I think it all started tonight. It started tonight when Tibbs said enough was enough. We never seen Tibbs do that. I was thinking to myself, I said, I wanted to see if Tibbs was going to put that team back in when they was making a run, and he didn't. I was shocked, like probably other Knicks fan on this panel. So I think it started tonight, and it's also a wake up call for them guys. Okay, now maybe this might kick them in their ass a little bit to make them play harder. Talking about the first unit, say, oh, we see the writing on the wall. Next man, that mentality, Tibbs is serious. I bet Julius is like, man, he really sat me down. He might not say it, but he like, hold on. So sometimes you need a little punch in the chin, a little kick in the throat or in the stomach to get you back on track. But I'm still not giving up on Kemba. I still think he's going to turn it around. That's just me. I still think he's going to turn around, and then we come back on and have a conversation, and I'm going to say, I told you guys.
Well, I'm hopeful, man. Listen, I
hope
you're
right, man. You may be right.
We want Kemba Walker to be Kemba Walker. Let's not get it twisted.
We want him to do well.
We want him to be the man, and so I don't think nobody. I know we're not rooting against him, but what is the best situation for the team? You know what I mean? Because if I guess for me, it's this here. Kemba Walker can come off the bench at this stage of his career and do like Carmelo Anthony and the rest of them doing. Carmelo dropped 29 the other night, some shit like that, whatever. I think is he equipped right now? I think my thing is he equipped for the first unit with the defense. That's my only problem. Not even his offense. I don't even care. I know Kemba can get buckets, but it's starting to get scary in the defense with the way we playing without the energy. Nobody can lock nobody down. Him, Fournier, and Randall. When Randall not playing at his fullest as a leader, you see what happened. Think about the games we lose. We getting losing because we getting smacked around on the defense. I don't even care about the offense. We got enough offense on that team. We played sloppy today and we scored 100 points. And our first unit didn't do nothing and we scored 100 points. I'm not concerned about the Knicks offense. It's about that defense, man. who gonna stop somebody from
And the
scoring?
rebounding.
Right. Hey, but you know
And
what
the
though?
passing
The
too.
type of defense they're playing, they're not playing a man. They're playing a 1-2-2. They put Kimba at the top. They got the two people on the wings and on the post down low. It's a 1-2-2 where they trapping. They're not even playing the man to man. So I'm saying play a man to man. When they come across half court, get up, get on every man, and then you can really see if he's moving. They playing a 1-2-2, and what's happening is they swing it side to side. They go double one guy, the next man is open. That's what's really happening out there. It's not really so. We really haven't seen a straight up man to man in this NBA. I mean, for this Knicks team.
Yeah, facts.
So that's the issue right there.
But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go around a panel, man, and I'll give everybody 3-5 minutes, whatever. Drop some dudes that we're gonna get out of here, but get it off your chest. We're gonna take 5 minutes. I don't care, whatever. You know what I mean? So this the closing deal. So Beans, man, you go ahead and do your thing. Feel free. Do what you got to do, my brother. Give it to us. You already know what it is.
Yes, sir. Listen, man. Shout out, man, to my boy Devon, man. Real talk, man. Shout out to my man CT in the chat. Streets is buzzing. You know what I mean? I know we're gonna have to wear this one on the chin, fellas, man. Word, man. I'm just glad we got that second effort out that second unit, man. Or this could have been a whole different conversation, man. Word, if they do that, oh man. But yeah, man, I just want to see, man. I hope Tibbs recognizes, you know what I'm saying, that he got to do something, man. Giving up them, he got to switch up his game plan, because obviously that's not the one for this team, for this particular team. Last year, yeah, they executed it well. This is a different team with two different pieces in the front that you need to regain plan for. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to see better effort, especially at home, at the Garden. You know what I'm saying? I want to see better effort, and I just want to see us, you know what I mean, start getting some more wins that we should be winning. I felt like we got Milwaukee number.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is a team we could beat in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now it's like damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the panel, man. Everybody coming up, man. G Money, Spreewell, KJW, Devon, you know how we do, man. I'm about to break out. Peace, love, get them likes up, and I'll get at y'all later, man. Holla at me.
Salute, man.
Salute, brother.
All right, Beans. Peace, man.
Spreewell, give it to me, man.
Hey, salute to everybody on the panel that came in today. This is therapy. This was tough, man. This one hurt. This one hurt because I can accept losing. I'm fine with losing basketball games. I don't like losing games the way we did, where we gave it to them. We let go of the rope early. Our second unit saved us. You can't. I'm proud of our second unit, but even when we tied it, I knew that this was going to bite us. You can't play that way. You can't turn it on and off. You have to be honest with yourself. Kemba's had some good games where he shot the ball well. Let's give it 5 more games. We'll make some drastic changes if we don't see improvement. I want Kemba to do well. He's got some issues. He's not the biggest guard. We need ball pressure. We need ball pressure and we need ball movement. I still think we're a little too ISO heavy. I'm cool. I understand playing through Julius at times, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like the ball is freely moving with that first unit the way it should. And a lot of it, to me, hinges on the point guard. So they got to get it together. With that second unit, the ball is freely moving. I have no issues of stagnant play. And yes, Julius Randle should get some ISOs. He was hot in the first quarter. I'm not taking that away from him. We need energy. Obi Toppin is energy. We need quickly. I'm proud of the way he's playing. I think Tibbs, and I agree with something KJ said. This may be a blessing in disguise, what happened at the end of this game. He did the right thing. I got text messages saying, put Julius back in. And I said, no, do not. He doesn't deserve to be brought in. None of them do. In basketball, when somebody it doesn't have it and the other guys take you there that give you a chance, you ride with them, win or lose, win or lose. I said that even if we were going to lose this game, you cannot bring them back in. I think it's going to wake up the starters, and I think they're going to get it together. I'm hoping, and I think that was part of the reason why Tibbs did it too. But we'll see. But I appreciate Devon always you giving me a chance to be here, and we'll talk soon, man.
Hey, thank you, Streetwell, for coming in, man.
Peace.
You know, and we appreciate that, brother, for real.
Yes, man.
Honey, man, give it to me, my brother. Tell me what's on your thoughts for the closeout tonight.
You know, people made some good points. We just got to just rotate with our lineup. We just got to defend with intensity. And personally, for me, I'm not saying we're ready, but this is just me personally. I don't think we're ready to beat Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Miami fully healthy in the playoffs just yet, because I think we're just inexperienced. And like I said, this is when coaching matters, though. We're a good team, but coaching means something. I love Thibodeau, but there have been times in which Thibodeau has fallen flat on his face because of rotations. And also, like what Spree said, we gotta limit ISO a little bit though, because it's like we're not gonna win big time games against high level competition fully healthy with ISO ball, hero ball, hero ball. What helped us when we were 5-1, and even last year at times that we were sharing the ball. Yes, we have a winning record, which is good, but we have lost 4 of our last 6 games. So you have to consider that. And you also have to consider the fact that, like I said, the Eastern Conference is getting strong. We have to learn to play with trust, play with intensity. And like what Spree said, you can't turn on and off, and think that you can just going to win, because it's not going to work late in the season and in the playoffs. You have to play 48 minutes of intense basketball. We were doing that last year and to start this season. But the last few games, I haven't really seen that. And if we want to go make the playoffs and go far, we need our starters to play calm, to not don't win the game in the first quarter. Let the game come to you. The second unit was great tonight, and because the ball movement was hopping, the defense was good, everything was going just fine. But if we want to go far this year, salute CT. If we want to go far to make the playoffs and let's say get out the first round, everyone has to do their part. The bench did their part. Our starters need to be consistent, and the coach has to make the proper adjustments to put them in a position to succeed. What I loved about Thibs is that he let the bench ride. He rode the bench. So I'm watching the Heat Lakers game. They rode the bench in the fourth quarter, which was great, which I'll give him that. But if we want to win, go far, we can't wait till we're down huge to make adjustments. So with that, I salute everybody in the panel. Salute KJW, CT, Divine, anyone in the chat. And it was a great game. I mean, it was a tough loss, I should say. Tough loss for us. But I think we'll bounce back against the Hornets, and we'll be fine.
All right, G Money, thank you, my brother, for coming in and bringing us your wise thoughts. We appreciate you, my man. You know, you're always welcome up in here. You already know how we get down. So thank you tonight, man, and real talking. CT, the streets of buzzing. What it do, brother?
Salute Divine. Salute KJ, G Money, Jarvis, Beans, everyone that came through today. Great show. Just got off work, been listening, been therapy. So I appreciate you all and your wise thoughts. Just popped up to chop it up for a bit. If you need to get off, it's all good. We'll
go ahead, man. Get your thoughts in, brother. You know how we do.
Yeah, I did catch most of the game, and I agree with everything that's been said. I'm not getting too high, not getting too low after today. The fight back was encouraging, and how we did it. You need to look at those things. The bench is coming into their own. They did start slow this season. I knew they would get the chemistry together. Everything that we said, the first unit, the chemistry there is the real issue we're facing right now. And no, coincidentally, it's because of the 2 new pieces, that we inserted with Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier. Most of the time throughout the season, the other 3 members of the starting lineup have performed very consistent in terms of Mitch, RJ, and Julius. But the inconsistencies of the other 2 having off nights very frequently has definitely on both ends made things very challenging to keep our performances consistent. And you're seeing that with the record, up one game, losing the next game, winning the next game, losing the next game. And usually we're only going to win a game when our offense is clicking, and if our offense isn't clicking, we don't win. So I think on nights when our defense isn't good, our offense has been able to pick it up and get us the dub, either narrowly or because we shot really well against Orlando and blown them out. But I like to see what everyone said, give it 5 more games and see what we look like. We've got 4 very winnable games, Divine and KJ. We've got the Charlotte, we got Indiana, Orlando, and the Rockets, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what this team can do against those 4 opponents. If they're not winnable games, then no game in the NBA is winnable. So, we need to come out of this at least 3-1 in this next 4 stretch, or I'm up for some changes.
Facts. Real talk, man. KJ, my brother, give it to me, my man.
Yeah, I agree with CT. Like I said, any game is winnable. But like I said, guys, we're Knicks fans. We're all on this big roller coaster together. So like I said, we're still here. We're at the gates. We're going around loops. We go back straight. We lose. We win. But you got to stay with this team. I know it's frustrating as fans to beat teams that we're supposed to beat. Lose teams that we're supposed to beat, and we lose to them, and vice versa, and we can't win at our home. So just stay with this team. I still have high beliefs in this team, and I believe these guys will make adjustments. Just ask that everybody stay with them, and I don't want to be too wishy-washy. If this person doesn't have a good game, let's not think about trading the guy right now. Like, it's only 12 games in, and you got to ask yourself in the last 10 years since you've been watching the Knicks, how many times have we had a winning record in the last 12 years? Not too many winning records. So you're going to get these type of thoughts and the way we may think in it, and I understand all that, but I'm the type right now, like I've been riding for a long time for the Knicks fans, just like you guys are. We're frustrated. It's understandable that we're very frustrated, but stay with this team. I believe these guys know what they're doing. Tibbs, coach of the year. He knows what he wants to with this team. They're in there every single day with this team. They know what plays they want and who can do and what. So that's pretty much all I really got to say is everybody keep the faith. I know it's frustrating and you might want to see a couple changes, but give it some time. Because guess what? If they do go on a 4-game winning streak, what's the conversation going to be then? Is there going to be no trade this person, or we should start this person, or things we should do? But we just want to see some things clean up, so that's understandable. But I'm just coming from that standpoint. Just pump the brakes a little bit. And let's get to game 20. I always said, let's get this team 20 games to see where we're going to be at. And I believe we will be on that winning side of the 20 game.
Okay. That's real talk. That's real talk right there, man. Yeah. And like I said, I'm not looking to trade nobody either. I think we haven't even crossed that bridge yet. But I am for the shakeup due to the fact of, we can't afford too many losses. You know what I mean? Because we fighting for something. And I do agree with you. I'm 100% on board with you that I know this team's going to turn it around. But I think it depends on how the shape out. We might need to make a couple of, sometimes it's good to stir up the pot. You know what I mean? When you got a lot of different ingredients in the pot, the only way you're going to make that pot work well if you stir it up and get everything, the gel together, all the juices, all the flavors and everything. So I don't have a problem with shaking it up a little bit if I think it's going to improve the team. If I think putting Evan Fournier at the backup 3 and bringing an Obi Toppin will improve the team, I think it's what's best for the team. You know what I mean? For me, so I think that let's be real about it, because I'm not concerned about the offense on this team. I'm not. We look where we at. We were the other day. We were 3rd in the association of scoring. Am I right? Correct. We were like 3rd in the association.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the offense. I'm not. Because we got offense. We got offense players. But if you can't stop nobody, all that offense don't mean nothing. That's where my concern comes in. It's just that if you can't stop nobody, I don't care how many points you score. You score 145, but you gave up 146. You lost the game. You know what I mean? And the defense wins it. You know what I mean? So everybody can score. Who can you stop? And that's the reason why I just think that to make the team flow better, I think that you literally make that 3 switch to give you, because you don't need Obi knocking down 3. Julius could do that. Randall could do that. When Kimba on, Kimba could do it. But we need somebody in there who can change the pace. None of them guys got good pace to them, but RJ. RJ, the only one literally on that floor who can play with pace up and down the floor. That's why he goes to the bucket. You ever know him and Obi play downhill. Fournier don't play down here a lot. Kemba Walker don't play down here like he used to. So that's just my issue with that, is that we need guys who got energy and who can go out there. And you look at the way Obi played tonight. That's the reason why they got back in that game. Because of energy. They got that, and that we don't have no energy right now. And I just think that when we going up against the creme de la creme, and especially the way we not protecting the garden. It's bad enough that we ain't got no attention. We not protecting the garden, CT, and that's what makes it so frustrating to me. It's all right to lose games. I don't have a problem with losing games, dude. We done lost 4 games at the Mecca. That's my problem right there. My issue, not my problem. My issue is that we are letting teams come in Madison Square Garden and give us the business. It's all right if they win by 1 or 2. You fought the game. You fought hard. You played. They just got a lucky shot over you. They won by 2 or 3 points. Cleveland blew us out. They beat us by 12 tonight. That's my concern, is we letting teams come in Madison Square Garden and beat us by double digits. So
yeah. I think it's correctable, like the teams that are shot hot like they did tonight, they were really wide open looks. And that's the issue I'm seeing, the shooters getting wide open looks.
Right.
Last season wasn't the case. We were running them off the line, closing out. We had length with a taller Alfred Payton, and a Reggie Bullock. I think, like to KJ's point, we're ahead of last season.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, let's rewind the clock. I'm sure there were nights we were talking like this early in last season, when we started 5 and 6, or,
right.
we never thought we would have gone a nine game run. So this season we're 7 and 5. We still had a solid base to build upon. We need to make some adjustments for sure. But to be 7 and 5, this season's still wide open. It's still early. Could play it out for the next 4 games, see where we're at, make a few adjustments, make a few moves. But I'm still confident this team will be good this season. We'll continue on our winning ways. Tonight, the Bucks hit 26 threes. You're going to struggle to beat anybody that hits that many threes. It just doesn't matter. The looks we gave them were wide open. So I think we correct that. This whole clogging in the paint, I know is a tactic for Giannis because he's dominant in that area. But if we don't clog the paint, we stay about on the perimeter, the teams don't get those open looks. So I think we probably win this game without that scheme. So I'm interested to see how it looks against Indiana. We need to remember that bad loss. We need to take care of them.
Right.
I agree about the issues playing from home. That's something we need to get better at. And I think the Tibbs will read the riot act after this game and say, his actions spoke louder than words, to everyone's point.
Yeah, fact. But that's what it do, man. Y'all got to hang in the chat once a thing over for a minute. I want to holler at you guys. But listen, man, we got to bounce back. Y'all know it is. But, man, for the chat to be graciously up in here and at the loss and still support that the Knicks fan, that's why I want it so bad. Because you look at us on this panel tonight, you look at everybody in the chat dropping gems up in there, giving their wise thoughts, their wise opinions, because this is how much we like New York Knicks basketball. We love New York Knicks basketball. That's who we are. So, we get passionate when our team not playing well. We want to see them do good. We've been through 8 years of struggles. 8 years of struggles. So, when we see something start going the opposite direction and on a negative way, we're gonna react to it, because that's how we did. We for 8 years we've been in our head used to losing. So we don't want to have that feeling no more. So that's why we passionate about when we think of Kemba not going right or Fournier and everybody going that, because we want this team to do good. And like KJ said, we do need to be patient. And like CT said, like a lot of other chat member of the panel was that we need to be patient. But it comes a time where, you know, your patience run thin, as our parents would tell us. My patience running thin. You know what I mean? You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. My patience is running thin. That's what my parents used to tell us. You know what I mean? And I just think that's where we might, sometime at a fan base, we might feel that way a little bit. You know what I mean? That our patience just getting thin because we thought this team was going to be better than we thought they were. And they are better than they thought they were. The sky's not falling out, guys. We 7-5. You know what I mean? You know, but we can get impatient, you know what I mean? And we can wind up being like, man, you know what? You know, we waited 10 games and we lost. We went 3-7. What we gonna say then? I told you 10 games ago. So I think you got to look at the trend. Let's like you guys said. Let's give it this 4 games. These 4 games. We got 4 games coming up. 1 on the road in Charlotte, 3 in home. And these next 4 games, this is judgment day for the Knicks. You know what I mean? What are you cats really made of? You know, what are we gonna do with this thing? You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with thinking like that because, you know, and I do think Kemba Walker gonna get it popping. I think Kemba gonna turn around. I think Fournier get it popping. I just don't want it to be not now instead of later because it might be too late. That's my only thing. What, you know, it's time to put up and shut up, New York. Period. You know, listen to what I'm saying. I know this team got a job, but look at the games we lost. We lost to Orlando in the Garden. We lost to
Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto in the Garden. And all these games in the Garden, we getting spanked. That's concerning. I don't care how long people play together. You don't got to play 50 games to have effort. I don't give Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier new to the Knicks. They still supposed to come out every night and go hard. Julius Randle, they supposed to go hard every night. That's the concern part for me. Nothing else.
Hey,
you know.
I want to hit you both with a question in the chat. You know.
Okay.
Do you think we're lacking on-court leadership?
Somewhat yes. Because you gotta have somebody who can rally the troops and see that's what Derrick Rose can do. Derrick Rose know how to rally troops. You know what I mean? He, you know, when it's something starting to go a certain way, he know how to calm the storm. You know what I mean? And I do think that I'm not saying Julius is not a leader. He need to work on his leadership skills. Let's say that. I don't want to say he's not a leader, but I do think if he gonna be the man up in here who getting that money, he need to go and show and prove. You know what I mean? Like that's real talk. I mean, I don't see it no other way. You know what I mean? You know, he got to be that guy to say, listen, when, you know, I understand you can put it on your shoulders and blame it on yourself, but now let your actions speak more than your words. I don't care what you say in the press conference. It's all me. I got to do better. I get all that. I ain't got no problem with that. But, you know, money talk, BS walk, man. Y'all already know what it is. You know, get on that court and make it happen. You know what I mean? That's what KD, and that's what I think the leader for me. So I think he could be more of a leader. But if not the KCT, I haven't seen Kemba Walker's career enough. I'm talking about game by game because when he was in Charlotte, I didn't watch. I'm a Knicks dude. You know what I mean? I watch the NBA, but my main focus is always to watch the Knicks for 82 games. So I don't really I don't watch a lot of other NBA teams like that unless it just happened to be watching. So I can't say if Kemba Walker that type of leader or not. But I just know that we got to get harder. We need somebody who's gonna push the troops, man. And I think that's what we lacking down here, KJ.
Nah, I agree. Like to CT's point, yeah, we need a player like Mad Max, like a Gary Payton. We don't have that on this team. Somebody that's gonna get in your face, gonna tell you what it is, and put up a shut up. A Kurt Thomas. We don't have that. You know, Anthony Mason, a Charles Oakley. We don't have that on this team, and that's what we're lacking. Definitely that leadership. Now we have leaders, but they're not outspoken like those 4 guys I mentioned. We need that type of player. Someone like a Marcus Smart, like a PJ Tucker would be great for this team. I'm not going to go on who would be great for this team, but we need that leadership to answer your question, CT, and we don't have that.
Yeah, because the reason I ask that is I'm seeing so many stretches of many, many games now where it's just like a leader just doesn't allow that to happen. And you can only point to Tibbs for so much. The coach's word can only go so far, but there's got to be one player on the court at least. And I've only seen it twice where D Rose said, we're not losing this game. And I think that was the game against Milwaukee, the first one. And obviously Julius Randle in Philly, said we're not losing. All these other bad losses, and no one's said, at whatever point and run that game, then no one's sort of been vocal, like KJ's point, and said, hey, this is not acceptable. We're not losing this game, buckle up. I think, Randall's needs to work on that part of his game. Like you said, Divine, be more vocal. He's just a very soft leader. He leads with actions, but he's soft in that regard, I think. And I think we lack a floor general that can steady things down at times, get the best possession. When we're close, we're within 2 points or 4 points, you need someone to help you get in your play and get the best possession.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And I left Elton Lee's chat up because I think that's important. He said, as much as Peyton and Bullard took and continue to take the flag, they covered for Randall defense shortcomings. And I had to bear witness to that. And that's why sometimes I get a little disappointed when I don't see that didn't pop in, man. And real quick, let me know, KJ got to get up out of here, man. KJ, my brother, salute. Thank you for coming in. You already know how we do.
Yes.
Events in the building, man. Great show tonight. Great content. Thanks for coming in. Better late than never, man. I appreciate that.
No problem. CT, thank you. Devon, thank you. To the chat, our first cousins, I'm signing out. Hey, keep the faith, fellas. Let's get these next 4 games. See you.
Peace.
Salute.
Yeah, man. CT, it was kind of, I do think we just gotta let Tibb do his thing because I don't want to blame everything on Tibb, but you know why? Tibb ain't letting the man shoot the 3 ball in his face. You know what I mean? Sometimes we say the coach need to do this, but Tibb's not the one giving up the 3-point shots. Get up in that man grill, try to lock him down. You know what I mean? And try to stop that other dude. To me, as a basketball player, you should take a personal when somebody's scoring you. You know what I mean? You're supposed to take a personal. See, why this dude giving me? I ain't letting you get buckets on me. That's what attitude we got to get back to. You got to pretend like you ain't gonna let people come in there and just do you like any certain way. You know what I mean? So
I can only imagine what Tibbs feels like. He'd be disgusted at teams putting up record numbers because, from all accounts, Divine, and we've been hearing Tom Thibodeau did advocate for Reggie Bullock to return.
Mm-hmm.
There's been numerous reports about that. Now, I'm not trying to say he didn't want Alec Burks back. I'm sure he wanted everyone back.
Right.
But he's got to be feeling some kind of way if he wanted Reggie Bullock back, and then he's seeing this defense the way it is right now. To me, and that his actions tonight said, "Hey, I've had enough. Let me try this now." For him to try something this early in the season, this is a coach on record that normally doesn't stray away from big adjustments within 20 games. So I think we will see some stuff sooner than later, Divine, if we don't pick it up in the next 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
We know how tight he is with Leon and how in sync he is with that. So I think, it's going to be interesting. But like I said, I'm not panicking by any means. It's 7-5. We're in a solid base. Mm-hmm. We've got some great wins. We're in most games. It's just the willingness to not fight hard enough and give up those open looks is frustrating. Like tonight I just saw so many wide open shots from Grayson Allen and Connaughton. You don't want to leave any player wide open, let alone players that can shoot.
Facts. Yep. Absolutely. Well, salute to the chat, man. Y'all brothers was on fire up in there tonight. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know how it is, man. 19 Con Jarvis was in the building. Thanks for Jarvis coming on the panel tonight. 19 Con, good to see you always. And my Be Civilized, my brother, peace, man. Well, good content bringing up in there tonight as well. Man, Chow, D. Ross, you already know how we do, brother. Salute Elton Lee, man. You already know how we get down as well. Thank you, Elton Lee, for coming up in here tonight as well. We just got to bless Roberts, peace, my brother. Thank you for coming tonight as well. Peace to you as well. I'm like brother, unique Allah, peace of my physical. Sleep to you. Appreciate you coming in tonight, bro. You know how we do. We just got to get this thing back on board, man. And hopefully we can steer the ship the right way. And salute to the Fishers. Man, forgot the Fishers. You already know, man. Thank y'all for coming in tonight. And Will was in the building. Will Thrill Slankin was in the building tonight as well. We just got to get this thing back on the grind, man. Try to get these wins. We got 4 games that could be winnable. We got to try to take advantage of this thing, man. The Nick 100 GM, salute to you, my brother. You already know. And we just got to get it right, man. We got to steer the ship right in New York, man. We want to be in this thing at the end of the year. And I think we will, but I know we all feel some type of way right now because we know, we take the L's the way we taking them. It's not about the losses for me, guys. It's about the way we taking the L's. You know what I mean? I understand that we lose games, CT, but it's just the way we doing it, man. So hopefully we get it right, my brother, and then we'll take it from there. But to everybody in the chat, everybody who was checking us out, for where you're streaming from, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, I appreciate y'all coming on Knicks Real Talk tonight. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe, man, before we can get this thing popping up in here and get the show on the road. Knicks go down to Charlotte. I'll be in the building on Friday, Charlotte, with Uncle Fulio and them, and Blanche Ted. We'll be in the building at the Charlotte game Friday. Me and CT gonna do a live cast from there. We're gonna simulcast and get it popping. Me and CT had dropped the post game video probably tomorrow for the pregame, man. And then we're gonna try to go down here in Charlotte and try to get it popping, and maybe we can pull out a win, man, and cure ease some of the pain that we took. You know what I mean? For tonight's game. But what I do like, we play hard, man. That second unit, salute to the second unit. Give them their flowers tonight. Real talk. They got an A+ all day tonight from me. A+++. Salute to the second unit. Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, Derrick Rose, knocking down trades all over the place. You know what I mean? OG Todd Gibson battling the Giannis. And I got to say one thing tonight, man. I know, even though our first unit had a bad game, don't underestimate with the way Mitchell Robinson was playing Giannis on a few times that he played Giannis. I think that Mitch body and that height made it hard on Giannis tonight. Giannis didn't have a good game tonight in that first half when Mitch was playing him, but that length and that size kept Giannis honest. They were double teaming coming down the paint. They had a good game plan tonight to beat them boys tonight. They just ramped them up from that 3-point line. And we got to fix it in New York, and I think once we do that, we'll be all right, man. So overall, Knicks took the L 112-100. We live to fight another day. We'll get better at it. We keep the faith because we already know, man, New York forever. Knicks tape everything, man. New York is New York. We're going to get this thing popping, man. We're going to get back on the grind. We're going to get back into our winning ways and start down here, start Charlotte down Friday in Charlotte and see how we do, man. So salute to the chat. Salute to all the panel members came on tonight. I'm getting drop this joint up in here, man. And excuse me, guys. We close the show with the joint, and we gonna go.
Out here, they real nice.
Jamendo.com.
Talking tonight, Knicks and Boston Celtics at MFG, 8 o'clock. We get it popping. KJ and Devon in the building. It's real talk. We all over the place. Hey. One more time. So,
you know what I mean? Right. Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here. I'm feeling real.
Got my man Bob in the building. Bob, what's good? Gonna talk.
Chilling. Knicks all the way. You understand?